Good morning, afternoon, wherever you're at, everybody. I'm John Watson, and this is What Demons Fear, a Tharkold Delphi Council mission that we are live streaming, of course. And these are the players. I'm also an author of several things, including the Tharkold box set. Done some work on Aurora, and many other things in the future that we'll be working on. We'll just kind of go around, and everybody just want to introduce yourself and who you're going to be playing in this session, real quick. We'll start with Fraz. If I'm saying your name right, brother, I'm sorry.
Frank. Frank.
Frank. Sorry, my pardon. Frank.
Name's Frank Zankel. The character is Roman Zhao. He is a Psychic Research Institute agent. He worked for that institute that's coerced and turned Tharkold a bit, but even if at the time it was coerced, it was a bit gritty, and the practices they used would be described as torture in other parts of the world. So he deflected and is now a Storm Knight for the Delphi Council.
All right, sounds interesting. All right, and a lot of you should probably recognize his name, Lehman. You want to go next, sir?
Yes, I am Serenity, and the Earth has been hurt, and I am trying to heal it. I have peace symbols and crystals around my neck. I dabble in magic.
All right, sounds good. And then Dan?
Yes, I'm Dan, and I'll be playing R1400. A race, which is one of the beings that came with Tharkold. He's been augmented to pretty much be your Terminator. So
exactly, that's where the inspiration came from.
Oh yeah, I am here to terminate you. So he is now broken his programming somehow and is now fighting for storms. I will terminate the enemy.
Nice. Simon?
Hi, I'm Simon English. I'll be playing Jawbreaker, who is a hulking Edinos brute, last of his clan, seeking revenge on the Barakakar and all other agents of High Lords.
Welcome. Ben?
I'm Ben Parker. I'll be playing Ren, who is a pain acolyte. He is a member of the race who came from Tharkold. But when most members of the race use their psionics, Ren says, "How's that working for you?" So he is also a magic dabbler who can juice his power by inflicting pain on himself. He just has like an old cool t-shirt and sort of a trench coat. He's a little bit like Russian John Constantine.
All right, and last but not least, Michael.
I'm Michael Roderick. I'm playing Felicia Dad, who is a cyber nun, originally from Switzerland, and then transformed in France, which is unfortunate because no one really wants to transform in France. And she's definitely here to help because Tharkold is a terrible place, and being able to take care of people on the field of battle is definitely better than sitting around and waiting for people to get hurt. So that's what she's doing.
That'll definitely be useful in this adventure. So gang, just real quick, just want to explain kind of my GM style so you guys know what to expect. I'm really big on role playing. So I will use different voices, things like that. Some of them might be terrible, hopefully not too terrible, but feel free to laugh if it is. And
no worse than mine.
And then also I'm always of a feeling that possibilities, whatever they're called, any kind of different setting there is, those should flow and be easily accessible. I know a lot of the Cosm cards, Destiny cards, and etc. are going to give those anyway, but for good role playing, if you do something, I might reward you another possibility as just kind of incentive to keep that role playing going. To keep the game moving along, if there's a really heavy rule dispute or something like that, I might just hand wave. Thankfully, I'm pretty familiar with this system, or I hope I am. And so we can probably have a pretty smooth game. But if there's any questions, anything like that, please, feel free to ask more. And I'm going to try to stick to the time window, so I might move things along at some point, so we can just stick to that 4 hours. But having said that, let's go ahead and jump into it. So, in this particular adventure, you guys are all contacted by Deputy Director Gruber of the Delphi Council with a very interesting mission. He tells you that one of the Tharkoldu, Duke Thrachin specifically, has reached out to the Delphi Council with the plea that he needs help, which is rather unusual for a Tharkoldu. That there's something that he's worried about that he needs the Delphi Council's help with, and there's no one else that can help him. So you've all been tasked and accepted with that task of heading into St. Petersburg, Russia, just within the Blasted Lands, to meet Duke Thrachin at a museum there, and see what his claims are and help him, with dealing with this threat, because it sounds like it's rather serious. So, are there any questions you have before we kind of advance the scene and, go to gathering resources, all that kind of stuff, or acquisitions, if you will?
How can we be sure that it's not a trap?
We can't be 100% sure, the deputy tells you, but when we talked to Duke Thrachin, he seemed scared, which again is a very unusual behavior, especially for a duke, a techno-demon duke.
Does anyone require termination?
Well, there might be. It depends on what Duke Thrachin asks.
I really have problems working with a Tharkoldu, especially with Thrachin.
We do too, of course, but he said this is a threat not only to himself and Tharkold, but our world as well.
You mean the enemy of my enemy is still my enemy?
Let's hear the Duke out first. I wouldn't recommend engaging it. He is very powerful.
If the demon is going to expose his underbelly, I say let's get up close to it before we stab him.
And I'd highly recommend against that. You're a good group of Storm Knights, and we'd hate to lose you. Duke Thrachin should not be underestimated. I would hear him out and what he has to say, and if there's anything foul, report back. But as I said, I've got a hunch that this is actually something we need to hear him out on and help him with.
Is St. Petersburg a pure zone of Tharkold?
Yes.
No problem for me, but Thrachin will be stronger than everywhere else.
If the humans have finished voicing their doubts, shall we go?
He nods, of course.
If
So
it bleeds, we can kill it.
there you go. Is there anything that anybody wanted to try to requisition before the mission starts? Any kind of equipment? Okay.
Definitely.
Slap patches?
No, rocket launcher.
Okay,
Rocket launcher,
just,
man, you're really going
just
there.
the normal
Okay.
stuff.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your persuasion or charisma.
I have to try it. I have no persuasion, but I have to try get a rocket launcher when we go against, probably against Thrachin. Nope, I expected that, but I had to try.
Yep. Hey, if you don't try, you always fail. That's what I always say. So
I will attempt to get a slap patch. I think a slap patch is a 12.
yeah,
Right.
that sounds about right. Yep, I believe so.
I think it's a 12 or an 11 because I know it's only 300 as opposed to all of the other ones that are 5.
It's not terribly too tough. To
I got an 8. I don't think an 8's gonna get me there.
Yeah, probably not. Let me just double check on slap patch. Yes, it's a 13 actually for a slap patch. So not quite there because I think an 8 is a -2 or 3, something like that.
No, he rolled he got an
Oh,
8.
that's what your total roll was. Sorry, I wasn't.
I got a
looking at
total
the
of an 8.
Gotcha. Okay, understood. Okay. Anything else, gentlemen?
So
Yes, I would like to attempt smart ammo.
Okay.
Will a 16 get me some smart ammo?
Yes, it will, actually. That should... Yep.
What season is it?
Ooh, that's a very good question, Lehman. It's actually the summer. Still, but this is, Russia. It's probably going to be a little chilly, I would assume. So you know more about it than I do. You've been there before.
If it's summer, even in Siberia, it'll get pretty warm. So I won't worry about the cold weather gear. Otherwise, I would have.
Great question.
The place we go to, these are the lands that are blasted, place where the land makes you sick.
That is around the area. St. Petersburg doesn't see as much of that, but it could happen, yes. You could encounter pockets of that.
So maybe some radiation pills.
There you go. It's not a bad idea. Those are only a 7. Pretty easy to get.
And a detector would be good. Radiation detector.
Oh, no.
That's on a 4-way contradiction.
Some other type of pills.
I know I'm not going to be able to get it because I am very, very charismatic.
Anybody else that hasn't tried yet want to try for
Yep, I'm just
radiation
doing
pills?
it now, but the
Oh, okay,
description
gotcha.
is likely to be hilarious.
Okay. Ooh,
Give
yeah.
me the dead plants that have been crushed to make the sickness leave. Why do you not understand? With my -2.
All right, well, the deputy director informs all of you, unfortunately, that, with the exception of the smart ammo, that they have some, their resources are rather limited right now. So, and I believe that was everybody. Correct me if I'm
No,
wrong.
I would like to
Oh.
try for. I'm not going to get it. I'm just going to try for. An alpha pulverizer.
All right.
I mean, if we're going to go deal with a demon, we need something. Let's try this.
Before you try the pulverizer,
I'm just.
I could give you a boost. Okay, no need for that.
I clicked it as soon as you said.
Yeah.
It's
You
all right.
know what I will do? I will attempt it since I have a drama card.
With a 5.
What's the DN?
For a
think for
pulverizer,
the
it's a 19.
pulverizer,
It's a 19.
19. You need to come up with 12 points. Now I have 2 willpowers. That'll get you half of the way there. But I don't think a 25 is a +8. Because otherwise, I could say, yeah, give me 2 cards and you spend a possibility and you'll get there.
Well, I have 2 dramas in my decks. I'm in my hands.
Oh, okay. Well,
I figured I'd go ahead and use them right now. See what happens. Oh, nope. I told you I wasn't going to get it.
Do you want willpower so that you can get it?
Sure, why
Actually,
not?
do you have adds and energy weapons?
Oh, yeah, that's what I use. I use an alpha
Oh, okay.
sprayer at the moment. And so I figured I'd go something a little bit bigger. Granted,
Then, yes, take these 2 cards because they'll get you the +6.
what would you like in return?
If you have a Maelstrom, don't give me that. That's the only thing that I can say I don't want. I don't know what card you have because I haven't looked.
Okay, well, I have a drama, I have a step A, and I have a rep. I'm sure you want.
I'll take the step A. You can play the rally whenever you want to refill your hand.
All right, anything else, gang?
Just go ahead and drop those out there.
Not from me.
Place some more cards.
Yep, paste more cards.
Okay.
And that gives me exactly 19.
Nice. Okay. Well, there you go. Go ahead and write down. They do end up having they had a big weapons cache here, it turns out. Hence the smart ammo and the Alf pulverizer. Nice.
I pick it up, hold it about hip high, and give one of those weird looking smiles. For anybody who's seen TV. This will work.
Good. Good luck to all of you. We've arranged transport for you to get there again. I do not recommend engaging Duke Thrachin. I think we need to hear him out. Something's different here, he says. All right. And with that, unless there's anything else, we will transition to the next scene. So, well, actually, the first scene, I should say. That was the intro. All right. So, you guys are dropped off in St. Petersburg, Russia, get there safely. And it's the meeting, the rendezvous point is at midnight at a in the small Italian skylight room in the Hermitage Museum, is where it's at exactly. When you're here in the city, you know that the Wolf uses this as his capital, but there's just scattered pockets of survivors and stuff here. And, you know, it's a fallout shelter for the most part, but the shadow reigns of the city are pretty much deserted and especially abandoned, but even at midnight, it's even worse. So it's almost eerie as you guys are walking through the city streets. As you get closer to the museum, closing in on your location is not terribly too hard to find. You guys notice ahead of you that there's, you know, several alleyways and stuff, the section that you're walking through. You notice ahead of you, all of a sudden, as you're, you know, kind of walking closer, about, let's say, 30, 40 feet in front of you, roughly. As the shadows kind of fall back from, you know, whatever kind of illumination you guys are using, you know, flashlights, etc., torches, maybe even, the forms of some mutated raiders carrying rifles, wearing rough leathers, and a heavily modified occult tech man that's very broad of chest, stands very tall, are standing there. The man, the one modified by the occult tech, grins at you with a savage, wicked look, and with a heavy accent says, "Little stormers walk our street without permission. Do you know what the Vano and his crew do to little stormers who misbehave? We eat them!" And he just smiles at you. Doesn't do anything yet. What would you guys like to do? You've got, again, just to describe it, you guys are, you know, walking through a section of the street that's got several alleyways. Looks like they walked out of one of the alleyways about 30, 40 feet in front of you.
Numbers that we can see?
Good question. So there's the one cyborg and then 3 of the mutated raiders.
I concentrate on awareness, on my psi power.
Okay.
So I roll awareness and hope I get something that's better than an 8. No, not today.
So something I forgot to mention, I apologize, team. Thank you, Michael, I think it was. So if you do have a Cosm card you need to play immediately, like Tharkold to attack, that is out there. So just go ahead and just mention that and do that now.
Yeah, because we do have at least one spellcaster.
Yeah, I got 2 actually.
Ben is playing the.
I get Scorch. First round of have to play it first round of combat. I'm not sure if we are in first round of combat.
No, you're not yet. They haven't made any.
I don't think that's not one that you have to play.
Yeah, I know.
If
but
you're going, oh, okay.
I want to get it timed correctly, so I get it in first round of combat.
Yep, absolutely. If you go to combat, you can.
Okay, so this guy has done this thing, and Jawbreaker will step forward, and as he does so, the necklace of jaws of people, of animal jaws, and maybe the odd human jaw, which is strung around his neck, will appear there. And he says, "You have teeth, but I have fangs," showing him his big Idinos maw. "Leave, or your jaw will grace my neck."
Step aside.
You can go and make intimidation, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So
your difficulty is 10.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to spend, that hits. I'm going to spend a hero card. Which is that, so... No modifier. Okay. That's an outstanding success.
Wow, nice. Okay, so Jawbreaker, you see him step up and do this, and the smile on the face of the cyborg just vanishes, and we did not. And they just all take off down an alleyway. Looks like the one that they came out of. So
If hopefully he hasn't quite left yet, because I'm going to play "You Work for Me" now.
sure.
If he's
All
not,
right.
if he's not possibility rated, you will come with me, and you will
Well-
learn the ways of the hunt.
He unfortunately is possibility rated. However, the others are not. So I'll let you use it on one of them if you like. So it's
Great.
not a
Yeah,
race
the
to go.
one next to him. Basically, have one of them break ranks.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, one of the mutants like stays behind, and he nods when you look at him like that, and doesn't say anything. He's got a hunchback, and he looks like he's got these spines like all over him as well, and he just grunts at you. Clear acknowledgement that yes, he's going for you. All right. Well done, gentlemen. That could
Did you
easily
not
gone
want
the
to
other way.
terminate him? We could have killed him easily.
But we did not need to. And now, gesture
What is-
at this hunchback creature. Now our tribe is bigger.
Jawbreaker, go and give yourself another possibility. That was good stuff.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so you guys you're pretty close to the museum. Would you like to continue on?
I'm good
Yes.
to if
Doesn't
everybody
need
else is.
to stay here any longer.
Yep. Good idea. All right. So you guys continue on to the museum, and when you walk in, it looks like this place has been ransacked. Not really a shock or surprise to all of you if any of you have been here or even read about what's gone on in St. Petersburg. But the building actually remains surprisingly in good shape, despite most of the other places in this fallen city. You head further in, and you reach the location of your meeting, and you see immediately above you there's a skylight that has a cracked section of it, and part of the glass there is lying on the ground. And before you stands a massive figure. Oh, right there, that turns as you enter. And before you stands the infamous Duke Thrachin. Greetings, he says, and he bows actually to you in a kind of an almost exaggerated way. Thank you for coming. I know that there isn't a great deal of trust between the Delphi Council and myself, but he actually kind of looks around, oddly enough, with his one good eye and the other one, that massive cybernetic thing he has. Tense at best. Everybody go ahead and roll, this would be fine for me. Difficulty's just 10, so just let me know if you succeed.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
actually got some good successes and one success. Another good.
I succeed.
Okay. So most of you can tell, those of you that got just a standard success, he's definitely uncomfortable. He's on edge. Those of you got a good success, he's scared. Which, those of you know Ren, you're from Tharkold. Let's see here. Romana, you dealt with him enough, Tharkoldu enough. I mean, that's highly unusual for a Tharkold or a Tharkoldu, a techno demon. They do not get
Even
scared.
show fear, let alone be afraid.
Exactly, which is a big sign of it's definitely a sign of weakness in their eyes. So,
So make sure to exploit it to the fullest. I ask him, what makes the great Duke Thrachin afraid? Are you getting weak?
he bares his fangs when you say that, or his teeth. He gives you a big toothy smile. If you knew what I know, you would be scared too. An ancient thing from my homeworld has been threatened to be released by one of my rivals. My intelligence tells me is correct, and I'm certain it is. Although I don't know who the rival is, they've made the mistake of trying to release a Tharkoldu Archangel. Something that is from ages long ago on my home planet, but despises technology and science. is an anathema. We're convinced that we are all evil, those of us that would use anything more. He kind of glances over at the Dinos, even more advanced than the tools you and your people use.
But Archangel does sound like it's specifically tailored to fight Tharkold.
Misunderstand. This creature will want to destroy everything that has higher technology than a club. It wants to return us back to an ancient time that, will cast not only Tharkold into a dark age, but your Earth as well, and all of the other cosms that have invaded. I need your help with this. And then he says something that's very unusual, and it's almost, you can see he's got distaste and it's forced. Please.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
He stands there looking. I mean, Thrachin is massive, and if you didn't know that he did come in genuinely waving a white flag, or you were convinced by that by Deputy Director Gruber, there would of course be a fear roll, but we're not doing that in this case because we're all convinced of that. But he's still there, a very imposing figure.
I'm certain my sensors are not picking up sound properly. Would you say please?
Not press it. But yes, I said yes.
And my sensors are working properly.
Ren will say, well, I'm on board because I don't even like camping. So if you turn back the clock on everything. And because he got a good find roll, he's milling about the museum trying to find coffee. There's always coffee somewhere.
All right, so you look for some coffee of some sort. Okay. Shouldn't be too difficult to find. Does anybody else have any questions or anything for Duke Thrachin as he stands there looking at you? If you'll help, a couple have said that they're up for this.
What information more do you have to give us about our target?
Good. A wise question. Well, I know that my rival has hired a group of mercenaries to release this creature from a relic, which is also its ancient prison. You'll need to catch up with them and stop them before they let the entity out. I believe they're headed to an abandoned missile silo along the shores of the White Sea, north of Archangelsk. And then he laughs. Fitting, as these silos, I know, were things that would release devastating weapons. Imagine this, and he actually leans forward more intently. This creature, if it was unleashed, would be like thousands of your nuclear warheads arming at once, with the dark age that would set us all into, and destroy those like me, and his eyes fall on Ran, and the sister, the cyber nun, and you as well, would no longer exist. This thing is a plague, and will spread across the globe quickly if it is unleashed.
So what's stopping us from letting it just destroy Tharkold and then dealing with it afterwards?
You're a fool if you think you could beat it. Even as beyond my power, its power would be that of, could rival any of the High Lords themselves.
All right,
So-
maybe we just stop it.
Could I use my find or my evidence analysis to see if he's telling the truth?
I'll let you use either one. I could see the argument for either one if you want to go ahead and roll.
So, just have to see what's better. Okay, obviously evidence analysis, and I'm gonna enhance it by deja vu.
Okay.
Just trying deja vu first.
Sure.
And it's giving me it's against easy, so it's
That's a good success.
a good success, but only increases duration. So my test becomes favored. So that's maybe it will help.
Indeed.
Didn't need it. 14.
Okay.
In
All right, so
evidence.
yeah, as you said, he's very convincing. What he's saying, his body language, all that stuff. You even kind of repeat it over in your head using deja vu. Nobody else can see this as you manifest this power, and you'll reanalyze his body language again, and this thing, whatever it is, does scare him, and especially when he says the part about rivaling the power of a High Lord. He seems genuinely worried about that.
Obviously, this demon is scared. I have never seen a powerful demon that scared. So, I think he's speaking the truth.
Jawbreaker has clearly been taking quite a long time to figure this all out because there's a lot of words and concepts which are a bit like, what? For him. But with Roman saying that, it kind of nods. If the world did not use so many dead things, that would be good. But that would just be more lands for the Tsar to conquer. This thing cannot be killed if it is released. It must be stopped from being released. That's a question to Thrashen.
And if for some reason they are too late, you should be able to use the relic again to put it back in its prison. I would not recommend trying to fight it.
This is a holy thing? This relic, or unholy?
It is a device of magic.
Would it be enough to bring that device in an area where magic is not available that high?
If you could catch up to them and retrieve it, then yes. If you would bring it to me, I can store it, or if the Delphi Council wishes to hold it and keep it in a safe place. I am fine with either. And I'm not without my gifts. If you accomplish your task, meet me back in Moscow, and we're in my domain, and I will reward you for this as well.
So we have a target. We should hunt it down and terminate it.
Tell us what this magic thing looks like. This, you say relic, but that is not a magic thing. But this thing, what does it look like?
Appear to be a stone to your eyes with runes of my people carved into it. It was sealed away by my ancestors long ago. About the size of... He holds up his hand, a hand.
That's like somebody's head, right?
Yeah, exactly. Much larger than yours. Even bigger than Jawbreaker's.
Jawbreaker's looking at the others like, are we going now?
Do we know anything about the opposition?
I only know that they have mercenaries that they hide. I would expect anything. Whoever it is that made this decision is a fool, though. This creature will turn on them as it will on anyone. It wants no allies. It only wants to destroy anything that is more advanced technology.
Do you know what means of transportation they have?
I do. I would assume they have ample resources. He kind of makes an odd look, and it looks like he's looking or listening to something you guys can't hear. I cannot wait much longer. I must leave. Coming to my rival's territory like this is not without risk.
Understand.
Where do they intend to summon the demon or archangel?
In this missile silo.
The silo.
He taps something near his eye, his right cybernetic or occult tech eye. And those of you that have the kind of technology, especially RI, well, let's say RI 400, all of a sudden you kind of get a ping with data that he's wirelessly transmitted to you. I have sent the position of the silo.
I know
I
the
must
way.
leave now. Find me once you have finished this task. And if you haven't, I'll much of any of us left at all.
Is there any means? Is there any means to contact the vicinity, people in that vicinity, by phone or internet or what kind? I don't know what kind of information transmissions there might still be available.
There is nobody in that area. It's an abandoned area.
Okay.
I would be wary, though. I must leave now. I cannot wait any longer, or we will draw attention. Good luck. And he leaps up into the air and like crashes through more of the glass and stuff. Thankfully, you all kind of pull away as he dramatically leaps through it up in the ceiling above, but nobody's cut or anything like that. And you hear his wings spread, and that as he flies off into the distance.
He is not very subtle.
I will
Totally
just
uncalled for.
What kind of transportation do we use to get here?
You guys were flown out here, and then they dropped you off, and had some kind of ground vehicle, just kind of lead you guys out here, and then they left you.
Huh.
So you don't have any actual transportation back. So that's something you might have to get to a location where you can make contact with the Delphi Council and arrange transport of some sort.
See if we can find some sort of transportation laying around, some vehicles or something that may be nearby.
Yep, and there should be plenty here. That's not a bad idea, actually. So, all right, so
Once-
you guys leave this area. Sorry, go on.
once Sachin has left, I will then Jawbreaker will just kind of turn around to Spines, we shall call him Spines, and say, "You may come out from under the table now. The big demon has left."
So the mutated raider comes out and kind of looks at you, like his eyes are just wide. He looks like just a terrified, animal of some sort. And he just grunts again, but doesn't say anything. He's not. Spines isn't very talkative.
Oh no, I just wish to occasionally, lampshade. Yeah, no, this guy's still here, and he will be here for comedic effect throughout the rest of our adventure.
All right, so pretty much, yeah, everybody. That was some really good role playing. Even some of you that remained silent. So everybody go and get a possibility for that encounter right there. And you guys were wise enough not to say, "Okay, I opened fire on Duke Thrachin." So.
Well, I signed up to play for a 4-hour session. I don't want to play an hour and a half.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I
precisely.
think it would be that long. 4
Yeah.
minutes. There we go.
Probably. I don't know. Combat's never short. But in any case,
Well, I mean, probably combat with him would be extremely short.
Yeah.
We
That's where I
are
put my
all
money at, but you never know. I've seen some wild things happen. So, what would you guys like to do for me? You're still standing in the museum.
I will turn around and start doing the whole scanning for vehicle kind of deal.
Okay,
Checking
so
the steel.
you guys begin to walk out of the museum, and not long after you leave the skylight area, all of a sudden, so you guys are in the main part of the museum. It's a pretty wide open area, and you see 5 soldiers wearing uniforms, clearly of Russian special forces. They take positions. They're all in tactical kind of positions. You hear one that calls out to you, a female voice. She says, "You have illegally entered the sovereign domain of Duke Vokov." You hear a voice inside your head, actually, now that you're kind of registering it because you don't see your lips move. "Surrender or face the consequences," she says.
Okay, so I've
Stand aside and you'll be
instinctively,
terminated.
I'm trying to block it. So I'm increasing. I'm trying awareness to increase psi and physical defenses.
Okay. I'll let you go ahead and put up awareness, but after you do, we'll go ahead and roll into combat.
To
Go
be
ahead
honest,
and nice!
Jawbreaker will say, "We will face the consequences," and start running at them.
All right.
right? Because the Russian military is kind of well, right now it's not really
What is this
good.
concept?
Run out of
Oh.
range because you get +2 to your physical defenses as long as you're in range of 10 meters to me.
So it would seem you have
Okay, which
chosen
should be
termination.
everybody. Yeah, it should be everybody right now. Let me get these out here. And I'll point out a few things on this thing too.
Yeah. First
Make it
attack roll,
easier.
so I have to play that one. No, I don't have to, but I want to. Scourge.
A little bit.
I've never actually seen
Alright.
the action pools done this way, which is cool.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of handy. I really like it. So you just lay them, yeah, basically in front of your whenever you play your card at the end of your turn, you just lay it in your little area there, and then you just we've got the current effects going on up here, so everybody can see them.
It's the default method right now. Tracy Sizemore has shown it the first time, and I adapted it at once.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, I got it from Greg. I don't know if Tracy she did it first or not. So, and then at the bottom of the screen, I've got some of the primer rules real quick, and I even pulled out the page for your reference of the action and combat option summary. Just going to help out make things flow smoothly. And if for some reason you just want to roll just a random d20 for whatever reason, I got the bonus chart at the bottom there too. Okay, so let's get to it then. All right, and then just when you play your card, put it up in the discard pile there as well, because I know there's sometimes there might be an effect where we look through the discard pile. So, and I have been pulling them from the other screen to this one, and of course the combat threats are over here. All right, so let's go ahead and get a drama card out. This up a little bit more. Curses. Okay, and this is a regular scene or standard scene. All right, so intimidate and trick are the approved actions, which is nice. Keep in mind the cosm laws right up here, the world laws and everything. So standard, you guys will go first, and the villains will be fatigue. So we're gonna take a little shot. So you've got one of these psychic warriors or psychic soldiers, and then you've got 5 other anti-demon soldiers. I wonder what that means. So. You guys are up first, so in traditional fashion, who wants to go first?
Give them confusion before everything else happens.
Ren would like to trick the psychic soldier by pulling out his wallet and saying, no, we bought tickets for this museum. They're in here somewhere. And he's digging through, looking for the ticket stub.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll, sir.
For some confusion, or do you want to have them with?
I will.
Okay, you do it first.
I will a 20. Yeah, 23 is going to be all right. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, her trick. Let's see what it is there. Yeah, it's an 8. So yeah, it's an yeah. So do you want? Player's choice, what would you like to do?
She is not reality rated?
She is reality rated, unfortunately. So.
Okay, so I think I will make her very vulnerable. And at least all of our heads feel a little clearer. The confusion, she's like, tickets, what is he talking about? And she lets down her guard just enough to be vulnerable to my companions.
When you do that, she's got a very confused look on her face. And yeah, but still clearly defending herself, not, but yeah, definitely you guys got the drop on her now. Okay.
I want to enhance the confusion with the confusion side power. And a possibility.
That's what you got him for.
Was a 3, so hopefully better. 14 is actually it's against willpower or mind.
Let's see here. So it would just be her mind. So, yep. That is a good success.
A good success, okay. They suffer -2 penalty, all of them in a large blast area. And
Yep,
unable,
hit all of them.
so not vulnerable. Vulnerable would be outstanding. Okay.
So, well, she's already there. She's already very vulnerable, actually. So it'd be the rest of them be vulnerable from your outstanding success or good success, correct?
No, that would be would need an outstanding success to make them vulnerable.
Oh, okay. So they just have a minus. What's the penalty for it?
-2.
Just -2 to whatever they do. Okay. All right. Well, that's still should be. Okay. All right, got that noted as well. So yeah, this Romani does this, doesn't even really look like anything, but they all seem just kind of utterly confused all of a sudden. All right, well done. Who's next?
So Felicia Dan will actually aim at her and shoot her in the face because I don't like people rooting around in my head.
Now the aim action, I believe you have to actually sacrifice your action to do it. Yeah, you have to sacrifice the whole turn. Or you're just saying an example of what you're doing.
Except
Not
I
actually
have
taking the
the
aim
bell
action.
snipe, which lets me do it as a standard
right.
action.
Yep, that's right.
So which is very nice. I love that thing very much.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree.
So I'll do that, and I'll ignore the -4 for the aiming to shoot her in the face for the called shot, and I'll get a +4 because she's very vulnerable. So I am at a +4 in total, correct?
Let's see. I think very vulnerable. That actually just reduces her defenses. So, let's see, isn't that? Yeah. Let's see, pure 4. Yeah. You get a +4. My pardons. Go on.
Okay.
You're right. Yes. Total.
So a 13 against her dodge of a 10.
Yep. So that's a standard success. How much damage? Is
that'll be 19 damage from
19.
the +4 because of the called shot.
Okay.
Is she wearing full body armor?
I don't believe so. Let me double check. Nope, she's only wearing a vest, so that's actually a little bit weaker. So that's actually a good success. So go ahead and roll a bonus die.
Oh no, I'm still hitting her dodge, but her armor, which doesn't cover her head, I'll ignore.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you'll do more. My pardons. Yeah. Okay. So yep, 7. And that was how much damage was it again? I'm sorry.
19, because it's 15 and then +4 for the vital blow
19.
For the headshot.
Nice. Okay. All right. So that's 12. That's 2 wounds and 4 shocks. So she is actually going to spend a possibility.
Let's not have a repeat.
So, ooh, okay, well, she rolled really well. Okay, so that reduces it to, yep, that actually eats it both up. So, yeah, that's because that's a good success right there. So, all right, so yeah, so in one reality,
she's unskilled in reality?
Yep, that can be.
She still is possibility rated. So, how the adventure was written. But, so she does that, and in one reality, you shoot her just right in the freaking head, drill her. But using that little bit of possibility energy she has, she's able to change her fate, if you will. All right. And don't forget at the end of your turn, gents, if you haven't, put a card in your pool. All right, who's next?
I will kind of bend over and pick up a piece of debris that had fallen when Thrachin had burst out of the building and use that for my bullet spell at her.
Okay. Yep, and a 12 does just hit her dodge. Or pardon me, no, it's 6 right now, so that's actually with an outstanding success, excuse me. Thinking about the vulnerable, so, or good success. So go ahead and roll a bonus die.
Now you are taking into account they're adding that 4 when they roll, right? John?
Oops, I did the wrong
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. So we shouldn't be adding. That's what I thought with vulnerable. Yeah. So it'd be stymied where we'd add because it lowers their defenses since they're vulnerable. So thank you for that.
I thought stymie's against their attack against us. Right?
The stymie is against us, so the vulnerable is against them.
Is it only me, or does anybody? Can anybody hear Tron?
If you make them vulnerable or very vulnerable, that's minus period or that deficiency period. Sorry, yeah, it's just how the character sheet was adjusted, so that's confusing me. So I was trying to calculate it on my end. So okay, so yeah, you already got in there. So that's just a regular. It would just be a regular damage. What's
Yeah, it's 13. I rolled the wrong thing, but the
Okay, no
damage is 13.
Okay, 13. That's just gonna be.
John, I think you were away. I couldn't hear you for a time, but probably nothing. Nothing happened that's really important.
Yeah, I mean they've kind of messed her up some. So yeah, she takes some shock from that. She takes 2 shock
Okay.
from that attack. All right, and who's next? We got one more left.
I'll step forward and. Well, it's rather obvious you should have brought more men, and I will fire at her.
Okay.
And you don't want us to put the modifier for her vulnerability in here?
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'll let you guys do it, and I won't do it on my end.
Right. One, he's being a little slow. There it goes. So, 13 against hers. That's only a good success. I will boost that.
It's only standard. Damn.
Yeah, standard.
That's
So
what I meant.
3-0.
That's why. Sorry. Good. My wording is off.
Good,
When I say good, I mean good. I hit. That's all I did was hit. All right. So 20. So that's
there you go.
That's an outstanding.
That's an outstanding success. Yeah. So roll 2d6, or well, your bonus damage. Excuse me. 2d6.
So here's 2BD. So it's a
Jeez.
23.
Okay. So 23. So that is 12 over. Yeah. So you open up with your Alf sprayer and just you several shots hit her and she falls down. Yeah, clearly not feeling well, most likely dead. With that attack. Well done, sir. Okay.
Okay.
And I believe Jawbreaker's the only one left.
Yep. Okay. So the leader's just gone down. There are 5 of them, 5 soldiers, right? And they're tactically spread out.
Yes.
I think you said. Yeah. Okay. So, I already said I was running. Run to a point which is kind of, the center of their field of vision, and yell out, "Your chief has fallen! Flee now or die!" That's a multi-target intimidate against all 5 of them.
Okay.
Might as well go large or go home.
There you go.
Also, their leader is down. So
Actually, the improved action is also intimidate. So you draw 2 cards and get to choose one.
I know.
Get
That's why I'm doing it. Okay, so let's see how we do. Okay, it's not a bad start. And I will spend a possibility. Oh, I didn't put in the penalty, which is going to be -8. We'll do it at the end. I'll put in the modifier now, in fact.
Okay.
Yeah, and the roll was 17. So 12.
12 succeeds. You intimidate. That's right on the money. Their intimidation is 12. So, yeah, nicely done.
I will stymie all 5 of them.
Okay.
Ooh.
All
That,
right.
and I will draw 2 cards and take the best.
Okay, well done. So, all right. So, they're kind of intimidated. They still fire. So definitely one is going to shoot you, Jawbreaker. There's that one. That's assault rifle. Should get okay. I got the calculator in there. A 7, I don't believe hits your dodge, Jawbreaker.
And I believe they're at -4 because they're stymied and they were hit by my
He's got it
confusion.
in there.
Oh, that's right, the confusion as well. No, I didn't include that, so it'd actually be a 5 overall. I doubt your dodge is a 5.
My dodge is a 9, so
Yeah,
we're good.
I figured so much. So okay,
Just
and then let's see here. So they're gonna shoot at. Let's see, Serenity as well because she shot a bullet. Oh wow, this one actually rolled really well. There's a 13. Hit your dodge.
Yes, it does.
Just a standard success.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that is 14 damage.
Okay.
And what's your toughness?
It's an 8.
All right. So that's 1 wound, 2 shock. Would you like to soak, or are you going to take it?
Yes, I'm going to spend the possibility to.
Hey,
So.
Lehman, hear me
Don't
out, right?
forget your defenses are enhanced. You get +2 on your defenses.
Sorry, I was hearing 2 people and I didn't.
Don't forget your defenses are enhanced by +2.
Oh, okay. So that
It still hits me.
Also, if you take a wound, you'll add twice your wound penalties. Oh,
Yeah.
that's never mind. I thought that was all damage. I can try to heal you if you want to save a possibility.
There's 5 of them.
Not
I'll take the damage then.
Okay. All right.
We'll go
So
ahead and accept that.
Yeah, she's hitting
So
the arm.
that's-
Oh, that's the one by one of the bullets. Okay. RI 400. One's of course going to shoot at you.
You can certainly try.
All right. Yeah, that's definitely a miss. It's not
Call that a
first
shot.
mission, thankfully. Yeah. Let's see.
I thought these were
and-
special forces.
And the other one, well, they are kind of neutered right
Like
now.
special school, special need.
The sign said
classes.
push, you push. You
So
don't.
it'll be on Roman. Does an 11 hit you, Roman? Your dodge?
Tongue breaker.
Frank, does an 11 hit your dodge?
Oh, let's see. I'm not that sure. Yes, it barely hits. That's not great. Okay, hit me.
That's a 14 damage. What's your toughness?
Toughness is 10, so it's 2 shocks.
Yep, just 2 shocks. So it kind of just barely grazes you. And then last, we're actually going to shoot again at Jawbreaker since he's right up there up front. That's really going to do
Yeah, I didn't get
anything.
shot
Yeah,
at.
7 misses again. So, okay.
Still
All
powering
right.
towards them as the bullets fly.
Yeah, and it was just even more intimidating. So, okay, so, all right, so let's go into a new round. All right, true heroics. Okay,
Cards are
I
working
forgot
pretty good for us this time.
They're fatigued too. I need to give
It's
them
a
their
card
due.
or go back
Last round,
to the
they're
last
fatigued.
round.
This round, they're stymied.
Okay, so
It's
yeah,
it's nearly the same, but they are first. In the other with the other card, we were first.
Yeah.
Do you want to play this initiative?
No, that might be something that we'll need
They're
more
stymied
for.
and they're gonna still have that -4 in total.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's
exactly.
better to maybe save it for if they're
Yeah.
up or flurry, because that's definitely really bad.
Okay. All right. So, well, in that case, and they'll go ahead and take theirs. Keep in mind, maneuver and taunt are the approved actions, and you can sacrifice a turn to help an innocent bystander or creature. But yeah, there's nobody really innocent in here, unfortunately, at this point. So, all right. They're going to go ahead and go. They're going to just go ahead and take. Well, the 2 that are going to attack you, Jawbreaker, are going to take long bursts. So that's just going to offset the penalties. Well, 14 does hit your dodge, correct?
Good success.
Okay. All right. Some damage. set that right? Huh, okay. Okay, so that is, sorry, for some reason on my end that's not working right. 19 total damage. What's your toughness, Jawbreaker?
That is 5 over my toughness, so that is 1 wound and 2 shock. However, I will spend a possibility and my close call card, which means I automatically get an outstanding success.
Nice.
And basically, Jawbreaker leans into the hail of gunfire, and the bullets are being caught on his plant armor and ricochet off.
Nice, nicely done. All right, so the second one will actually shoot an RA400 with a long burst. And just all it does at this point is offset the massive penalties they have. Gee, okay, they're rolling really good now. 17 RA400 against your dodge.
So 17 will be a good. Not a standard, a good. You need to try harder. I take that.
Oh, you have a high toughness and you ignore some shock.
Yeah, I've got a 14 toughness and I have a sensory.
Okay, so
Well,
yeah,
it's 11 plus 14, so I think it
10. 10, yeah, it'll be so that'll be 2 wounds, no shock because you can't.
Oh, okay.
You I'm just... shot. 2 wounds, 2 shock is what it'll be total. Would you like to spend a possibility to soak?
Yes, I will. I saw the 11. I didn't see anything else on my back.
Yeah, for some reason the damage part is not working on my end. I don't know why. I must have done something weird. Oh, I see. Never mind.
There we go.
Nice. Well done, sir. So yeah, you're completely fine. Okay.
That's definitely a good roll. It's too bad we don't have a glory on the table, or else I'd be like, hey, you should go for it.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. So yeah,
gloriously resist the shot.
Yeah, you negate all the damage, sir. Okay. All right. So the remaining 2 or 3, they are going to continue. They're just going to do regular shots, though. So
I thought that there was 5, and 2 of them I thought shot at Jawbreaker.
Yeah, so that'll be 3 remaining. So, well, no, I changed it. 2 of them shot at, one shot at Jawbreaker, one of them shot at RI-400. Okay, this one was at the Cyber Nun. God, they rolled good. 15 hit your dodge?
Standard.
Okay, standard.
Because that plus 2 is getting me up to a 14.
Nice. Okay, what's your toughness?
10.
10. Okay, so that's just 2 shock. Is it kind of just hits your armor and just you kind of feel the or whatever, but
yeah,
no real damage. Yeah. Okay. And then this one will be a Roman. 2 again. These are regular shots. Does a 12 hit your dodge, Roman?
Yep, it does.
By how much?
2 points. So
okay. And what's your toughness?
10.
10. Okay, so you take 2 shock as well as your armor absorbs some of it.
Yep.
Or the bulk of it. And then last but not least, we're gonna go with I feel like there's somebody on Ren. We'll shoot a Ren. Okay. Again, this is a regular shot. Okay, so does a 9 hit your dodge, Ren?
No, because of the 2, okay. I'm sitting at a 10. So thank you.
Nice. There you go. So
yeah,
you're welcome. Yeah, or it doesn't seem to be able to target you as well. And okay, that's them. You guys can go ahead.
I'm gonna try and if it's right for me to go first because I'm separated. I'm not taking the defensive bonus because I'm assuming I'm more than 10 meters away by now. But have I kind of closed enough up with them to kind of mix it up with them? Okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
if they've taken up tactical positions, basically Jawbreaker will leap up on a car or a bit of asphalt or whatever. One of them is presumably near or behind. This is just a maneuver to get an advantageous position against him.
Gotcha. Well, you guys are still in the building. They're in a hallway, but there's definitely plenty of
Sure.
rubble and everything around here. So yeah, you
Gotcha.
can kind of do that. Absolutely.
Yep. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is just a maneuver against one target. Yeah, okay, that's not going to do it. Okay, not worth spending a possibility on, but I'll put a card in my pool. Clearly, his massive bulk causes the decayed concrete to crash down. He's still on the same level playing field as them.
Nice. Okay, I like it. All right. So give it a shot. Jawbreaker, but didn't work out for you. Who's next?
So Felicia Dad will multi-action. She'll aim and shoot at one and try to heal Serenity.
Nice. I like it.
So because she's doing the headshot and aiming, she'll be at a +0, which means that for the shooting, she'll be at a -2. Same with the, I guess the, what's it called too?
Faith. Oh, yeah.
So a 10 to hit one of them.
Yeah.
That'll miss.
Unfortunately, well, hang on.
I'll spend a possibility, because this will also help with the healing, because they are technically the same role. So a 17 is much better. That'll be a good.
Yep, absolutely. Nice.
So 20.
Damage. Ugh, okay, so yep, so 7 over. I think you got another. You got one of them. Yep. So you, the good sister, she fires at one of them. Yep, one of them goes down, dead.
And that'll be. I have a +8. That'll be, what's my faith? 13. So that'll be a 21 to heal Serenity, which is an outstanding. So you should heal.
She should be good now. So
Thank you.
yeah, you call upon that. Nicely done.
So,
All right. Good. Those people in there. Go ahead.
I'm going to do a multi-action as well. I'm going to do a maneuver and a shot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to aim at the one that shot me, or shot at me, and fire as if I'm about to shoot him, but shoot the guy to his left.
Okay. Gotcha.
So let's see. Lowest. It's going to be 13. What is that against their dodge?
Their dodge is 12, so that would hit, which would be a standard success.
It's going to be higher for the shot because my enemy weapon shot is 3 points higher, so we have 16.
Okay, so yeah, that's still not quite a good success. You need one more point. You need a 17 to get a good success.
Well, let's just go ahead and make it a little higher then. 2, 20. Anybody got a glory by any chance, just in case?
I do have
Oh,
glory.
yep, there's the glory on the table. Yep.
Nope, never mind. So that really didn't do very good.
I mean, that's still a good success. You got it.
Yeah, it's still good. All right. So as far as that's concerned, one of them's going to be very vulnerable to one of my teammates, the one who shot at me, that is. And damage. Just 1 BD. 16.
16 damage. All right, so that is. Does that have any AP on it? The pulverizer? No, it does not.
No, Pulver doesn't say it has any AP.
All right, so yeah, it looks like he's gonna take some shock. Okay, and also something I forgot to mention, just kind of speed things along. I'm gonna use like rules for where they're kind of grouped together. So if you guys do enough shock overall to take out one of them on enemies like this, you take out one just to make things go faster. So just FYI, I use that rule too on the bad guys.
Right.
So it's just an advantage for you. All right, you're terminated. Nice, I like that.
So the maneuver was successful. I got a card, and then I'll drop that.
Okay, all right. Who's next?
So I'm assuming if we're in a museum, there's probably some display cases and things like that.
Yep.
So I want to go behind one and use it as cover,
Smart.
and then use bullet against one of them.
Okay. Okay, a 10 will be too shy of hitting.
So I'm going to go ahead and use this drama card as a possibility.
Okay. Nice. Okay, well, that's a good success. So we get a bonus die, sir.
That's 18.
Yep. You take out another one. So that's 2 dead. There are 3 remaining. And who is next? Serenity jab this piece of glass into its forehead. Looks rather vicious.
I'm trying to taunt them. In Russian, of course. Taunt is untrained, but Roll 20 is giving us 20s for untrained all the time, so hope for the best.
Good luck. I got you, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna be right back because something smells like it's burning. I want to make sure that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, check that out definitely.
Nope. It's not.
Okay. Well, 4. It's not a
Trying my
full-way
best.
contradiction. Fine. But yep. So we should leave it at that. Did you want to spend a possibility, Frank?
No, that's not worth it.
Leave it there. So yeah, you say something. There's just too much chaos going on right now.
Yeah.
The one that you're talking to doesn't even pay attention.
Say something about their mother, but it's getting it's getting confusing here.
Yeah, a little lost in translation, maybe.
Yeah, your mother's playing with Fabergé X or something like that.
Okay, and I believe that's everybody, right?
I'm left. I want to throw a stun on the target being the one who's very vulnerable, but because it's a large blast radius, how many of them will I catch with my stun?
They're grouped pretty close. Now, the only thing about stun, does it say it only hits enemies? Because you would hit Jawbreaker.
Yeah, it does state enemies.
Perfect. There you go. Then you're safe. Yep. Or Jawbreaker's safe. Yep. Yeah, you can catch them all.
Okay. So I will go ahead and I'll take the 2 shock to juice my my roll by 2.
Okay. So you guys see Randy pulls out like a dagger, and like as he's casting the spell, he plunges it into his wrist, causing himself to bleed, and then like his power just the magical energy around him just gets stronger.
Yeah,
Nicely done,
26.
sir. Wow. Okay. So that's even a 22 on the regular ones. What's that versus?
You haven't spent a possibility, right?
No, I have not.
We have the cards on the table to go for a glory if you want a glory.
Point.
Because there's a hero and a drama, and you have possibilities.
Yeah,
Assuming
but they're kind of
that
low-level
everyone-
guys.
That is true.
Gives you an extra
Yeah,
card for the high level.
It's not worth blowing the cards on. We'll have it for later. We're gonna take these guys out.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
So, what's a outstanding success on stun do for you against all of them?
That means that they are very stymied,
And
they lose their next turn.
That's harsh.
Yeah, it's
Well
a
done,
nasty
sir.
spell. Oh my gosh.
Yep, it is. Yeah, stun's really good. Yep, absolutely. Well done, sir. Okay. All right. So, before we go into the next round of combat, something happens. Okay. All right. All of a sudden, you guys hear clearly, distinctively in your minds. So distinctly in your minds, you all hear the exact same voice. Part right there. Okay, sorry. Stand down. You hear somebody, a voice that, well, nobody you recognize, or none of you recognize whatsoever. I am Duke Volkov, the wolf. What did you want from the techno-demon? Soldiers, stand down. And they all do. You see, they all kind of, they put their rifles down and step back. I know that you met with him. What did he want? And you... Well, Roman, you've got, you're very, strong with psychic energy and stuff, and you've actually met Volkov before. You're pretty sure this is him or somebody that's, able to fake it very well, but you all hear that in your heads, and the soldiers stand down.
Did he have a psychic talent back then?
You weren't sure. Nobody's for sure. There's a lot of things about the wolf that are a mystery.
If no one else is answering, Jawbreaker will kind of look up into the air, but there's no obvious point that this thing originates from. We go to destroy a scourge that will lay waste to your lands, our lands, all lands. Let us be on our way.
You hear, you don't hear, but you, almost feel, it's really unusual for you, John Breaker, this feeling of, wonder, contemplation, a slight bit of doubt. What do you mean? What did he tell you? And then concern when you're asked that.
There is a being from there. He gestures around the current area. From these invaders past, it will be released. It will render the earth unto a state more like my reality. We go to stop it. You are stopping us from going to stop it. Stop doing that.
Did he say what this threat was? And you
he said it was an archangel of his world.
This does not sound good for any of us.
Just a question. Are we technically allied with Volkov's, or
the Delphi Council, I think, was kind of...
Yeah, so the relationship with, the Delphi Council and Volkov is, yes, they are, because he's the only one that, as he said, he's the one that repelled some of the invaders. He nuked them and, did actually, do that. So, yes, he is allied with the Delphi Council, but some of his actions have been unusual. Like, he's actually been expanding his territory, or Tharkold's territory, but he's claiming he's doing that because so he can maybe wrestle power from them. So he is allied with the Delphi Council, but there are people who are kind of questioning some of his methods.
While Jawbreaker is speaking to the voices in our heads, Ren will whisper to the others, "Don't think about the silo. Whatever you do, just don't think about the silo, because he's already in your head." And then he realizes, oh crap, I just thought about the silo.
I'm going to get a pasta for you, Ren. I like that. Good Ghostbusters reference too. So he pauses, or the voice pauses, and there's consideration. And very well, the silo you need to go to, I will arrange transport for you to get there. Soldiers, stand down. Do not interfere. Forgive them. I did not know what was going on before the psychic link was severed. I could not command them to stand away and stand down. My pardons. I am an ally to the Delphi Council, as you know. There will be a chopper that gives you some coordinates within 10 minutes to take you to beyond the White Sea.
Since we are allies, would you have a grenade launcher for us?
No, the chopper has already been dispatched there, unfortunately.
Doesn't
Get to the chopper. Do it now.
Well, best of luck. And then with that, the soldiers, they stand down and withdraw.
Take our cars. Hands.
Yep. Go ahead, please.
So refill to 4 and recycle 1.
Correct. Or whatever you want to you decide to do when you.
I'll draw it 4.
Nope.
So
Let's see what we
I'm
get.
thinking about.
Oh.
So it's the end of the scene, right? We're recycling cards.
Yes, correct.
So I just kind of want to ask everyone: is the step A card really useful? Because if we get step A on the first round during a DSR, then the card is obsolete for the scene. And it's probably not the first one I'm gonna put into my pool. Just because I usually have better cards, so I'm not sure if keeping it is really the best decision.
It's on you, brother.
I've generally found
Okay.
that with my lot, if they know they're coming up against a DSR and they've got the step cards, they tend to keep them. But if they're not certain, they tend to junk them.
Right. I like step B, C, and D, but step A is because it's usually on the card during the
You
first.
need
round.
It's the least useful.
You need a leadership. You need a leadership to play it effectively.
Or situational awareness.
Yep.
So yeah.
Right. I think step A is probably the least useful out of all of them. So I think I will get rid of it and hopefully draw a card that's better.
Here's hoping.
I got a second chance. So yeah. All right. That's definitely much better.
Everybody refresh their hands.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So
Except for
we'll move-
Uncle Ben. You got one.
Oh, that's right. He had to step away from. Thought something was burning. Hopefully, something isn't actually burning.
Oh no, I'm good.
That was that
Oh,
was
okay,
me.
okay. Oh, okay. My bad.
One of the pots on the stove the handle was melting and it smelled really bad.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Okay.
You know, we have this really big burner that destroys everything that goes on it. I don't know why we use it sometimes.
Okay. All right. That. Okay. All right. So, you guys go outside the museum, and I'm assuming head to the location that the wolf gave you, where he said a chopper would be picking you up in 10 minutes.
Yes.
Get
I
to
don't
the
like to ever assume that you guys are going to do something, because I don't like to be, told, hey, you're doing this. No, I'm a
It's
player,
not
I'll
it's
tell
not
the GM
good
what I'm
in
gonna
the GM's role yet. I have too many players who are like that. Assume one thing, they do another.
Yep, exactly. So, all right, so you guys make it there, and yeah, a chopper that can accommodate all of you does land. A soldier steps out and greetings. We have instructions. We'll take you to a silo. It'll be on the White Sea. If you would step in, please. And you see there's a pilot in the chopper as well.
I will send Spines on his way back to his gang. See, you have survived with us. Take back this strength to your tribe, and send him on his way.
I kept forgetting about him. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just, it's more about the flavor of the cosm. So that's all cool.
Touche.
You don't wish to bring your pet with you?
I think he doesn't last with the scene. I think it's the scene. So
yeah, I think it is too. We went a little bit longer.
and it's
than
a
that.
logical break point as well.
Fleecy Dad is excited to fly because in the Cyber Papacy, no one ever flies.
Jawbreaker's having had the opposite.
to the-
He has flown before, but
chopper.
this is a dead thing in the air. So it's just like, not exactly fear. It's just like claws, slightly gripped
Right,
on the upholstery.
That's
See,
my
the worst thing
alarm.
that happens is it goes down and we die. But you die an excruciating death, which is probably an experience you haven't experienced before. So it's a win-win.
You make a good point. I feel better.
See,
did-
you've
that
never been
experience-
ripped in half before, so it could be cool. You don't know.
Yeah, you see Jawbreaker, because again, clearly
And dying.
just that understands the Adinos mentality. He muses this new experience, and it interests him.
And dying a horrible death is probably better than being caught by Tharkold and tortured in the grid.
That's also another feeling.
That is
That
a
would not
very
be-
long
would not be fun.
experience.
Oh, and guys, don't forget, if you haven't yet, recover any shock that you took too.
I was nearly shocked out.
Wow.
One remaining because I had a mishap. No, not a mishap, but a failure by
So I
with,
hope it wasn't a mishap.
with
We have
with
a
my with a telekinetic skill. So I'm at 6 shock right now, and I can take 7.
Yeah, you don't have a really high spirit.
No.
I've never seen anyone lower than a 7, though. I think 7 is the lowest I think anyone's willing to go.
I'm a bit disappointed with this character. I have to say, I thought it would be a better build. I'd like to say. I built a telepath that is probably a bit better suited for combat.
Not all of the archetypes you did, like they're just more combat, but
Yeah.
he's more of like espionage and things like that. But you were pretty freaking effective. You really hindered those soldiers, all of them. So
I have a couple of non-combat characters, and they're some of my favorite characters. Just because, I'm going to make sure everyone else is doing great.
Yeah, more support characters. Yeah, absolutely.
Support characters, in my opinion, I love playing support characters. They're a lot of fun.
And they can really, because seriously, Roman, he changed the that battle would have been a little bit harder if he hadn't done what he did. So
Control
The plus-
characters can
The
just
+2 helped in the confusion. The +2 on us and the -2 on the others helped a bit. Yeah.
that's huge. No, that's a massive difference. Yeah, absolutely. So okay. All right, so you guys all get into the chopper, and it's not the most comfortable thing, but it gets you guys there without incident. The flight takes about, and it is still nighttime, so it takes about an hour roughly or so. We'll say, I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know the actual distances between these two places, but we'll say it takes about an hour or so. And you're dropped off there. The chopper lands on a beach, and you guys you file out of there. The man that was there, the soldier, he says, "Good luck," and they take off and get out of there. And you guys are standing on the beach. RI 400. You do have that little ping of where the silo is. It's about northwest by about 3 or 4 miles from your current position.
It's that way.
I do like taking long walks on the beach. This is probably the worst place to take long walks on the beach.
I have a card in my hand now that I can hand you if you really like to use it.
Vite.
I mean, if you're talking about long walks on the beach, I can hand you the romance card and you can use it on stuff.
No,
either
I don't
one
think a
right now.
romance in Tharkold is what I need right now.
There's still the pilot and the co-pilot. I mean, you can always fly if you have a good relationship with them. No? Okay.
I don't know. Everyone from Tharkold is terrible.
Hey,
Hey!
Yeah.
I resemble that remark.
Everyone. All of them.
Is correct.
Okay,
I
so you
take
guys
no
head a
offense.
little bit further inland. What the direction RI 400 is kind of leading you, and eventually you come to where you're in, pretty close to the silo. You're about quarter of a mile away from it roughly, and you guys come across a field. And in the field, it looks like somebody recently has driven through here in some kind of heavy-duty vehicle, because a lot of the whatever kind of crops these are have been knocked down. As you get closer, everybody go and roll Scholar for me, please. Difficulty's only going to be, let's call it 8.
If it's anything to do with the field, would survival be an option at a higher DN?
Yeah, I could do survival or scholar. I could see either one actually. If somebody has a better survival, you can roll that instead. I'm okay if you already rolled scholar. So Jawbreaker gets
They're both
it.
mind, right?
Hey, Ren
Skills,
gets it.
I think.
I believe they are.
It's nearly always the same.
Gets it.
Unskilled gets a 20.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay, so this
Should
is
look into
not
playing
this is not difficult at all to distinguish, but
Roll
you
20
kind
is
of all-
doing
you kind of-
strange
you're-
things.
your breath kind of catches as you finally realize as you walk closer to the field. This is a gossbug field, no doubt about it.
Oh. Burn the thing down to the ground.
Well, RI doesn't notice that. He's still walking right towards it
Okay. All right.
because
Well, I mean, that
rolled
is the direction you got to take.
I rolled
through the
6
field.
on my scholar, so I have no clue
Perfect sense. Okay.
I whisper, Gospok.
about it.
We are standing right in the middle.
Is that what this is? I should stop.
I'm
You must-
trying. Maybe we should try to sneak away before any Gospok awaken.
Yes, because I'm
Well,
so
you don't
good
seem
at
to have disturbed them yet, but the problem is that you guys are looking at RI 400 pulls up. Let's say he's got an interactive map too, and it's kind of got a satellite view of this, and it looks like the field surrounds this silo. And where you're
Oh.
walking right now, there's actually a path that's been carved out wherever whatever kind of vehicle drove through here. There's at least a path that's been cleared, so you're not gonna have to like weave between the Gospug pods.
It's definite evidence that they have arrived.
They have made a path for us.
Between Gospok. That's a new one.
Plus, should we not burn the field anyway? No?
The foe is that way.
Yeah.
Do we have the resources to burn this field? How big is this field?
It's pretty big. Oh man. It'd probably be about roughly a quarter cubic mile. The whole thing. It's a really big field.
It's probably not a good idea burning a Gospok field while we're in the middle of it.
You make sense.
It might be
The
something
huge-
to do on the
we
way
deal
back.
with this after we deal with what we're here for.
Yeah.
We do it on the way
We
back.
now know that this thing is
Yeah.
here. The Delphi Council will need to know this.
Yeah, we need to have some goals after we finish this silo thing.
Yeah, we have a sat phone, right? Or one of us
A
does.
what?
Somebody's
Just
got a
call the
mobile
Russian.
phone.
Yeah, just call the Russian chapter of the Delphi Council. Tell them to, like, napalm it or something.
I think the Russian chapter of the Delphi Council is called Volkov.
Hey Volkov, come get rid of this thing. It's terrible.
We can pass
mean,
it on.
Yeah, that's something you guys can do later. Or,
So RI will just automatically start walking once more.
Yeah. The humans
I
are
will try to stay on
easily
my guard
distracted.
though, because
Yeah.
walking in a Gospug field is
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
usually
not-
safe.
I'm not
Exactly.
that sure if Volkov has anything against Gospok fields.
I mean, to be honest, it could be his Gospug field.
Yeah.
I'll hope that's not the case.
Hopefully so. All right. So, just real quick, I know it's a little bit earlier, but I gotta use the restroom real quick. We're gonna go and take our 5-10 minute bio
That's
or
good.
one function break, whatever. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll get
that's-
back to it. Okay.
Okay, because
Thank
we're gonna
you.
make
Thank
myself
you.
something to eat.
That's
Just remember-
perfect.
Okay, and we're back. So, where we left off, you guys were at the silo, debated about the Gospug field that was apparently surrounding it, and then there was a path that was, kind of torn through the middle, where it looks like some kind of vehicle drove through. You guys came to the conclusion that, well, looks like this place is surrounded by a Gospug field, so we're just going to take this path and, be on our guard. You guys continue in or through the field and the path that was kind of, beaten out of the way there. And, well, all of a sudden, as you guys are moving through, and these plants, the stalks, they've got like sharp leaves on them, dripping like this goop and stuff. And of course, it doesn't smell too pleasant in here either.
And I whisper to my comrades, next time I requisition a flamethrower.
There you go. Yeah, we'll be handy right now. But as you guys are, having this conversation going through there, you begin to hear rustling in the stalks around you, followed by the sounds of crackling. And it sounds like you guys just all kind of look at each other for a moment. That sounds like the pods maybe opening up. Then you see the creatures that come out of them. They're short, squat bodies. They're just barely 3 feet tall, but they're broad, broad of chest and stuff, and have two wicked curved daggers that they all possess. And 3 of them come around the group, and we will go back to combat. This isn't going to be a diplomacy situation, unfortunately. All right, and they are Gospug of the second planting, actually. So.
Would be a great perk, diplomacy with Gospug.
Yeah, no kidding, right? All right, I'm gonna draw.
You said that there were 2 or 3 of them.
There are 3 of them, but they are of the second planting.
Ouch.
Okay.
Weird. Okay, are you guys showing a drama card floating above, like the backside of it, above the drama card? I think it's just on my end.
No, sometimes that happens and you just refresh.
Yeah, if you're holding onto a card and if it lags for just about any reason, it'll just stick there for the rest of until you reload.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, I'm doing that real quick, but we got the drama card right there. Sorry, stand by 1 second. Okay. Told me that was a bad idea. Okay, there it goes. I hate it when Roll20 sometimes just won't let you back in. I've run into that a couple times.
Yeah, if you open up Roll20 and then you open up another Roll20 page and then you refresh the one that's been open for a little bit, it'll put you on the one that you just opened. Because it's like, oh yeah, you want to go to this one. Not really, but...
Okay. All right. So, it's standard scene. So, you guys will go first. And keep in mind, you got the special thing. Faith may be used as a defense against all interactive attacks this round. The approved action is Trick. And you gentlemen are up facing the 3 Gospug of the second planting. Excuse me. All right. Who wants to
do you want an enhanced defense, or do you want confusion for the enemies?
Defense is always good.
Defense? Okay.
Well, that's my vote. I don't want to be the only vote. Anybody else?
I vote defense.
Yeah, I would say defense because their dodge is a 14, their melee is a 12, so they're getting. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but defense sounds good.
Already happened. So the awareness is against standard 10, so it's a good success. Plus 2 again to all physical defenses and psych defenses, actually.
All right, so if you guys want to make that temporary adjustment to your characters, or you'd like to. Okay,
that
so Roman again helps you guys out. Okay, who's next?
I will multi-action. I'll shoot at 1 and try to bless all of our decks. Because that'll also increase our defenses.
Cool.
Actually, no, I'll just go for the bless. It's probably a better way to go. So 13, I'll spend a possibility on that. So 21 is going to be a +2 to our decks.
Nice.
For a minute. That is my turn.
Okay, all right, so you guys are further buffed. Who's next?
How many we say we have coming up at us?
There are 3.
Ren is going to trick two of them, and he's between the two of them. He'll turn to the first one and say, "Hello, salad. Do you know this salad?"
And actually, guys, I forgot about one thing.
It's can't for them.
I should have done this
the
right off the bat.
Gospog.
Yeah, so fear. Everybody go ahead and roll, make a willpower spirit test for me real quick. So just let me know if you failed, difficulty 10.
I am favored, so I will try again.
Ooh, Ren, that's a 1. Ah, well.
Oh, that was my trick.
Yeah,
That was my trick.
You are on your own Well, you're on your
Oh.
own cosm, so nothing bad can happen with that. It wasn't like you were doing anything that would contradict anyway. So
So he's not scared, but he fails the trick, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. So anybody who failed the fear test, you are very
Sorry.
stymied.
Sorry, didn't get that one. It's a willpower.
I spent
I
a
don't have
possibility so I wouldn't be afraid.
Okay, great. So, but anyway, I'll let you guys adjudicate that yourselves. But if you did fail the 10, you are very stymied.
Nope.
And that was
Barely
Ren.
managed.
The dude's trick.
Trick did
And
not
that,
work.
that was not successful. Okay, but did anybody fail the fear?
Yeah.
I did not.
Okay, so somebody did. All right, gotcha.
Yep.
All right, just note that you're very stymied.
got it.
And okay, perfect. All right. Okay, who is next?
So there's 3. You know what? I'll try to do the multi-action thing again this time. Trick is I want to shoot one and then actually shoot the.
Remember, you got a -2 to your attacks because they are small.
Oh, okay. So that'll be only an 8 for my trick. You said to attacks. That's not trick counted in that too, right?
I'm sorry?
Trick. The -2 is involved in trick as well.
No, -2 would just be on an attack to hit.
Okay.
No trick.
Well,
So-
you're at the -2 because you're doing the multi-action.
Yes.
That should have done that. So yes, so it would be an 8 for the trick. Certain that's
Oh, yeah, and their trick is unfortunately a 10. So
Yep.
not quite.
So-
These little buggers are hard to trick and to hit.
all right. So yeah, I wouldn't have hit him either. All right, that's it.
All right, who's next?
I'll go ahead and try a bullet at one of them.
Okay.
So that's -2.
All right, so a 10, yeah, unfortunately
Nope.
misses. Okay,
Okay.
and we have, I believe, Jawbreaker left.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, his skin has gone a little paler as he flashes back to the death of his clan at the hands of these dead things. I'm sort of going to wait in that I know we've got quite a lot of ranged combatants. So Jawbreaker will move up slightly and say, "Do not fear, you dead things," but I'm going to wait for them to move, and I'm going to active defense when some or more of them attack me.
Go ahead and roll.
Draw them off.
If
Yeah,
you'd
I mean-
like to, you can go ahead and roll it to see what your bonuses, your defenses.
Sure. Okay, let's actually no. Okay, I will active defense, but it's the lure, which is kind of a thing. Right, defense. Okay, that's good. This is a
Nice. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
+5. Yeah, I'd take that. All right. Okay, so Jawbreaker, you assume a defensive position trying to draw the creatures towards you. All right, and everybody has gone, correct? Yep, looks like we got all cards except RA 400. Don't forget. There you go. Perfect. All right, so the Gospug, these little things, they move real fast. They were like kind of crawling out. They looked like they just got out of the pods, and so they're moving a little bit slower. But now they come at you really fast. So you're a tempting target right there, Jawbreaker. So one of them is going to come at you, and they would. Unfortunately, they are. Well, no, they're not. Oh, they are immune to shock, so they don't take any from that fatigue result. Okay, so the first one is going to try to get you with its talons. Jawbreaker.
that's a hit.
Ooh,
That's a
20.
standard.
Okay.
That's a standard
Okay.
success.
Yeah, I was about to say with your defense is so high. So that is just 10 damage. Does that even get through?
No.
Toughness. Okay.
Nope.
So yeah, it just runs up and well, how much below it? Because you could take one shock potentially.
That's 5. It's 5. So yeah, it's 1 shock.
Okay, so
My
it's one
toughness.
shock. It just comes up and it doesn't even really harm you much at all. So okay. And then let's see here. One will come at let's see, RI 400. You imposing there. There's a 15 hit your melee defense. Or unarmed defense, excuse me. RI 400, you there?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a standard.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
so that
melee?
is-
Hold on. Melee. Not melee.
No,
unarmed.
it's
but
unarmed.
is-
Unarmed.
Don't forget you
Yeah,
got
it's still the
plus.
same.
You got +2 in defense.
Oh, yeah. And the dexterity is boosted, so it's only a standard.
Gotcha. And what's your toughness?
14.
14. Okay, so that is 4 under. So you just take one shock as it kind of comes at you, and bing, most of your armor protects you.
Yep.
And then the final one is going to come after the sister. All right, it slashes. God dang. All right, 20. What's your unarmed defense? Sister Felicia.
Unarmed currently is a 15, so you have good.
Oh, so yeah, that's a good success. And all right, so they rolled terrible on the bonus die damage, so that's only 11. What's your toughness?
I will take 2 shock because I have a toughness of a 10.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, just again, bing, not really much at all. Okay, and so that's the first round. All right, let's draw another drama card. Okay, Blessing of Dunads. So got one of the pile ones in here. Okay, so approved actions are maneuver and trick. The villains go first, and you guys get a surge as well. We'll worry about that on your turn, though. And then, of course, keep in mind you got any character may take an action of the D20 Faith test. Success heals 1 wound. Good. Well, just like if you had the healing spell, pretty much is what it looks like. So nice. All right. So the villains will go again. So they're going to switch it up a little bit. So Jawbreaker, since you're still right there, one is going to come at you because you kind of move forward. And the other two are going to attack different targets. Does a jeez, man, they're rolling great. Does an 18 hit?
That is a standard success. Now you're desperately fending it off with the Hrop Spear.
Okay, so just another shock as it
Yep.
hits you, but not really doing much. And then Ren, one's going to come at you. 12 on your unarmed defense. You there, Ren?
Yes, that is a standard success.
Okay, and what is your toughness, sir?
8.
8. So 8, just 2 shock is all you take as it, kind of bruises you a little bit. Doesn't quite penetrate the skin. And then last but not least, Roman. One's going to attack you. 10 against your unarmed.
Doesn't hit.
Okay,
Yep.
nice. So yeah, you're able to definitely move out of the way, Roman. Okay, so we got a surge. You guys need to roll a reality test. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm good to disconnect.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hey, I could play a nun from the Tharkold. That'd be cool.
Yeah, exactly. It's not terribly too much different. I mean,
As-
besides the miracles, that sucks.
Yeah, except for the
okay.
miracles go away.
Yeah.
Do I
exactly.
understand? Did I understand search? Did I play it wrong? I always thought you roll a d20, and if you have a 1, you disconnect. Not roll
Yeah,
a
I mean,
normal
it's the same
reality.
thing. Technically, you could roll over anything. It's not modified. All you look is actually at the roll result.
Yeah.
So that works just fine too. So yeah.
But
typically-
only if you get a 1 or a 1 to 4 if you get 4 case.
Correct. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if you want to go ahead and describe what happens to the sister, since that happened, just give you a little bit of chance to narrate.
She's not looking too good. I mean, it's kind of like haha, I'm gonna shoot this little dude in the head, and then she kind of, just stops. Her gun on her hip is kind of not there. The bless actually isn't in effect right now because, well, she can't maintain it. It's not concentration, but it can't exist on its own in Tharkold. So that means that everyone's dex will drop by 2 until she reconnects, which is unfortunate. Yeah, she's not looking too good.
Yeah, and physically, her robes change, to like darker colored ones. The holy symbol vanishes, and her cybernetics all of a sudden look much bulkier, and with magical runes maybe carved on them as well. Okay,
That's true.
Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, all right.
I haven't transformed yet,
guys-
but I'm halfway there.
Yeah. Well, it's like this trapping thing. So it's like 1 second you look like that, 1 second you don't. Like it goes back and forth between the two.
Yeah. Until I roll another one, which I will try to go first to reconnect.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
That's not gonna do it for me. In which case, I actually have a longsword. So, who are the Gospogan melee with? I think you're muted.
Sorry, yeah. One is on Jawbreaker, one is on Roman, and one is on, I think you.
Me,
actually.
Ren.
Oh, it's Ren. Okay. Yeah.
I'll go help out Roman, because Jawbreaker can definitely handle himself.
Yeah.
And Ren, I think, can do some damage. So I'll try to help Roman out.
Okay.
I'll attack him with this longsword. Actually, that's at a -2, so 13 to hit him.
With melee, that hits.
So you can take 10 and ignore all the shock because he's undead.
Okay.
And that's my turn. But, I may as well try to do something.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm there with you, 100%.
I'll put a card in my pool.
Okay. Who would like to go next?
I'm guessing we're all pretty much clumped up, aren't we?
Yeah, you guys are pretty close. You can navigate within the same action to get to somebody else.
Well, because I know they didn't get any vulnerability for moving away from me a minute ago, so I figured we're pretty close.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the one that decided it wanted to run up and smack at me, I'm just going to walk over and punch it in the top of the head.
Okay. Remember the -2 because it's small.
Yeah.
Yep, an 8 unfortunately does miss. These little guys are fast.
They are. Do I want to boost? No, I'm not going to.
Okay. All right, who's next?
So I will go ahead and try to trick the one on Ren by taking something that I was going to use as a bullet and kind of just tossing it at it to get it to maybe turn around.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay. Well, I mean, you weren't
At
doing
least I
any.
don't disconnect.
Yeah. So, all right. So, unfortunately, yeah, that is a miss, Serenity. Okay. All right. Who's next?
I mean, if you're not using your ability with
Ren.
you just can't do it.
Ren will stun again. I assume we're all close enough together that if I hit one of them, I will get all 3.
Absolutely. They're that close. Yeah.
Sound.
Nice.
So that's a
First is
16 against their willpower or spirit.
Okay. Surprise, they don't have willpower, and they have a spirit of 10, so that's a good success.
All right. So
I have to be the devil's advocate. They're considered undead, correct?
Oh, that's right. So they're immune to stun. I was just, kind of trying to look at that, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
anything that affects the living. So yeah, you use your power or your spell. I'll let you go back on that if you want to and do something else. That's fine. I think Ren would probably know that.
No. Oh, I will. I will play my failures. He tried.
Respect it. Well, I'll
and
tell
it-
you what. For that good role playing, give yourself a possibility.
Thank you very
I-
much. I like to think that
Okay.
whatever the effect is, you feel it go. And he thought he did a good job, but they're still coming.
Yeah, it just washes over them, and then you realize, okay, these things are dead. You're just like, oh man, because they don't really. They kind of look like it, but with how fast they move, they're not moving like regular dead creatures typically do. Okay. Anybody else left?
Yeah. Is it possible to multi-action with Psy? I'm not that sure. Of the
multi-action.
rules.
And not unless you have the multitasker perk.
Okay. Oh, I'm just shooting one. No, a multi-action with a maneuver and fire combat. No.
When you say multi-action, do you mean casting or using two psionic abilities at once, or using a
No.
psionic ability and something else?
Psionic ability and something else.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
fine. I thought you were saying two psionic abilities at the same time.
No.
No, you're all good.
Okay, then I'm multi-actioning.
Just keep going before you do that. I just want you to make sure you're aware if you roll a odd roll. Since you are firing into melee, you might hit one of your companions.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
But I'm not going to get out of the melee. I'm still. Is it considered firing into melee if I?
Okay, you're gonna shoot at the one in front of you. I got it. No, you're fine. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. My pardons.
So I will make deja vu and fire combat. I hope I will get favored on deja vu, so I can on fire combat.
Just believe that then you would use its melee instead of its dodge
Exactly.
when you're actually in combat shooting.
Yeah, that will be.
Yeah. You're right, but I don't have a melee weapon. No, that's. I tried confusion on all of them. That's the easiest thing.
Sure. Yeah. So just keep it. Well, before you roll your confusion,
Too
you
late.
would have that same knowledge that Ren. Okay, well, they're going to be immune to that as well. So, if you want to take a different action, that's fine. Roman would have that. He would know that, especially after seeing what Ren did.
I tried it.
Okay,
I guess they haven't at the same time.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Well, that is true. It kind of does. So I'll give you a possibility for that, Roman.
Thank you.
For doing that. So okay. Anybody else?
Right. Yeah. Jawbreaker looks around as, clearly some stuff has happened which has done nothing. They're dead! They have no minds! And we're really bunched up here. So he's just going to try and kind of get out of this scrum. It's going to be a maneuver against the one I'm facing just to try and get to a better position. Right.
Didn't realize they crouch, bound, and set. Wow, scrum, huh? I play rugby too, so.
I do not.
Man,
Okay.
rugby is. Oh man.
What? It's no more dangerous than going up against 3 Gospel with the second planting.
Yeah.
Ooh, a terrible roll. We're really bunched up here.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just tough to maneuver. You can't even get around these things. Okay. Yep. All right. I think that's everyone for this round, correct? Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Don't forget to play a card if you haven't, gentlemen. Something
Jawbreaker,
about
play
you.
one.
This is Living Land. Yep, it is. All right. If you have a Charisma 8+, any test you attempt this round is favored. Okay, that's good.
Oh.
Villains go first. They're stymied, which is good that they're stymied. You guys go last. And maneuver and taunt tests are favored. Just keep them in the thing. Get them stymied so I can adjust on the rolls. Okay. So, Jawbreaker, again, since you're in the thick of things, one's going to attack you.
Before they attack, I would like to go ahead and play Setback in order to give our Gospog villains some form of probably environmental setback.
And so stymied.
Okay, so So as they are trying to attack you guys and everything, didn't gonna do anything. I'm trying to think. That's the problem with Gospel. There's a lot of the effects that don't really get them. Let's have it as so. They're starting to move in. They are a little bit stymied there. And we'll say as well that they do have a little bit of confusion set in. It's just like all of a sudden that spell, there's something in it. Roman's kind of power for one round does work. So I'll make them stymied and vulnerable this round. So you guys will have a +2. So that'll mitigate that small penalty, which is nice because of that card. Good work, sir. All right. Okay, so it is their turn to go. They are going to attack. Jawbreaker was the first one. Ooh, 1. Okay, so yeah, definitely misses really wide. These things just don't. They just seem really just confused all of a sudden right now.
Yeah, it worked.
And then one will come at RI 400. Switching targets here. Does the 13 hit your unarmed defense?
Since he is disconnected, it's a standard.
All right. Standard. And what's your toughness?
14 toughness.
14. Oh yeah. So you take another point of shock. Nothing major. And then Serenity one attacks you.
Shrug it off.
15 to hit your unarmed defense.
Yeah, that's a standard.
Okay. All right. And what's your toughness?
It's 8.
Okay. So you take 2 points of shock as well. And it is back to you, gentlemen. Who would like to go first?
I've got the thing to do.
Okay, go ahead.
Go for reconnect, yeah.
There you go. Got it.
Is your mic up, Mike? MJ?
Yes.
There you go. Yeah. So you finally reconnect. So that's good.
Awesome.
And then keep
So
in mind,
there's
is your
still
first-
one in melee with Roman, right?
correct. No, it switched targets to RI 400. I mean, you guys are all very close to each other, though.
I'll aim and shoot at that one, because
Okay.
I'd rather hit R1 400 than Roman, because
Okay.
R1 400 can
sense.
probably take the damage.
Take it. Yep. Good.
So I'll aim, which will give me that +4, which I'll get rid of because I'm going to shoot it in the face. So I'll have a -2 to hit it.
Okay. Remember, you get a +2 because they're all stymied right now, or no, vulnerable right now. Excuse me. And if you have an 8 or higher charisma.
I do not. I have a 7.
Okay.
So in which case I have a +0 because the +2 negates the small penalty,
Mhm.
and I'm getting rid of the +4 for aiming because I am trying to shoot him in his little head. So a 10 does not hit them.
Fortunately not.
I guess I won't hit. That's unfortunate, but I don't think I want to spend
Okay.
possibilities right now.
No, you don't want to.
All right, so Sister Felicia Dodge, she does reconnect, or everything looks normal again, takes aim, fires, but not quite good enough to hit. All right, who is
And
Does
the
the
dex keeps
bless.
back on for us, right?
Oh yes, the
bless
bless.
is just
Actually, in which case, because the bless comes back up because I've just reconnected, that'll give me a +2, which will get me to a 12.
which 14 is what you're looking for. So unfortunately, those still
Right,
miss.
you're right. Okay, I was looking at their melee. Yeah, I still miss.
Wait.
Okay.
Hang on. No. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go on.
Jawbreaker's just going to kind of snap a little bit as this crowded situation isn't breaking free. With a roar, he's going to all-out attack the one that he is facing. So, Spear +4 for all-out attack.
Well, that is a hit.
That is a hit. I will spend a hero card.
Okay.
and essentially, I'll do that in a sec. So +4. I haven't counted any penalties on their side, so it may need to be too high. And the previous roll.
I think all the penalties should be mitigated right now, so because they're vulnerable and stymied.
Okay, there we go.
Nice. 23
is an outstanding.
Yes.
Okay.
It's one shy of an outstanding because they got a. Oh wait, no, you're right. My pardons. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So I will spend 3 shock to do relentless. So that's 3 bonus die.
That goes down. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there we go. Bonus die. 3. 23 damage.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, just 15 over. So yeah, you Jawbreaker, you just kind of frustrated with all this is going. You go and just thrust your spear through its little chest, and pick it up off the ground, and then fling it off, and its lifeless form just falls to the ground dead.
And that's what counts as plan for an Edinos. That's my master plan. Grabbing that hero card back.
Yes, touche. All right. Okay, who's next, gentlemen? Down one.
Okay, so
is there only one left?
No, there are
down.
2. They're just down. Yeah, one's down.
Well, RI is going to grab the. I want to do this as a maneuver and an attack. I'm going to grab the one that's attacking me, and I'm going to throw it in the air and shoot at it while it's in the air. So I figured maybe I can use the maneuver to. I guess we'll see how it goes.
Sure.
They're vulnerable, so.
14. Yep, right on the money.
All right, so my attack would be, what is that? 3 points higher? No, right now it'd be, 3 points higher. So it'd be a 17 to hit their dodge.
Yep, and that does hit.
Let's play this drama. This fight's going a little long.
Okay, so yeah, well that would be that would boost it to a. Well, we'll see when you roll. There you go.
Oh.
Okay, so that is a good success now.
All right, so I'll increase its vulnerability to make it very vulnerable, and I guess we'll add another stymie.
All right.
But that doesn't go into effect on the attack. So the attack is going to be 23.
Okay, almost there, but yeah, it's no, with it because it is that is an outstanding success. Excuse me. So very stymied.
Should be just a good success at the moment. Because you don't add my vulnerability into it until after.
No. Well, they're stymied as well, though, which I thought that was.
Yeah, stymie's only against they're attacking us. I don't think it's going to.
Oh yeah, all actions. My pardons. Yep. So yeah, it's just good. Yeah, you're right. My pardon.
I don't see any way to go any higher. I don't know if I need to, so let's go ahead and fire that one. 18.
Okay,
so
and 18 is 10 over. Yep, and that's another dead. So when you grab it, throw it up in the air, and you unload on it, that's when it falls down on the ground. It was already dead, but its neck, it sounds like, breaks too.
Okay,
so that's another dead one.
So was that a drama card that went out? Because Jawbreaker will say, "Yes, destroy them with overwhelming force."
Yes, I played a drama. It's just right here.
Okay, who's next?
So I will try bullet against the one that attacked me. So this will go against the melee.
Nice. Okay, that's with the bonus die. Yep, and an 18. Yeah, you grab, let's say, one of the stalks from the or part of it from one of the plants or whatever, and throw it at the thing, and it hits it right in the eye, and the little creature collapses.
Flower power.
All right, so it's one down.
Is your milieu?
Okay, so we are still in combat, unfortunately, as two more do emerge.
Okay. I haven't done a
Haven't
thing
gone yet.
yet.
Yep, you can go. Yeah.
Are there normal knives those Ghostbox are using?
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit there.
weapons, are they normal
the
knives?
weapons. The melee weapons they're using. Are they
Yeah,
normal
well,
knives?
they're actually claws. From how it's drawn, they're actually part of its body. It was just kind of a.
I need a melee weapon. That's a problem.
Yeah, it's
But the new do the new Ghostbox arrive in my combat turn?
Yeah, you can go ahead and attack them. They just won't be
So
able to.
they aren't in a melee yet, so I shoot them.
Correct.
Hey, I have a target. One of them, of course.
Well, 16 will actually hit.
Okay, I could have tried two.
Oh.
Is it a good success or
No, it's
just a
standard.
normal?
Hmm.
So I take a possibility I want to do real damage.
Okay.
Last roll was 22.
22. Okay, yeah, that is a.
No.
Oh,
It was my
18.
last roll. 18
Got
is a final result.
Yeah, 18. Yeah, that's not quite high enough to get a good success. You're 1 point shy.
You want to trade me your supporter?
I got a
Yeah.
supporter. I got a supporter.
Yeah,
There you go.
sure. Thank you.
Well, there we go. Now it is a good success.
I want to have one die at least.
We got
I
three.
don't. I don't think I can do really damage with a Glock. So. That was
Yep.
one die. That could be enough.
Yep, 17. So that's 9 over, which does do 1 wound. So yeah,
Yeah.
one comes down, you bam, you take aim and you fire. You hit it right in the chest, and the little thing falls down. And I believe Ren, you're left.
Active defended.
Okay, great. All right. Okay, then we'll move on to the next round. Only one Gospug left. Light ascends. Characters with light perks, so I don't think that's anybody. So, all right. So, you guys go first. Approved action or attack or taunt.
Well, I will attempt to shoot the one that's coming towards us.
Okay.
I just envision this a scene where this one guy stands up in the middle of the field and we just unload on him.
So I'll be at a -2 because I'll aim and headshot him. I believe a 15 hits him.
Yep.
His
15
dodge.
does it. Correct.
So that'll be standard, which is 19 because of that +4 damage.
19 is enough that you pop it right in the. You said you're aiming for the head, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, if you hit it in the jaw, blowing its jaw off, and then it falls down dead, and we are out of combat again. So go ahead and refresh and everything. Or pull up your cards back up, and I believe this is a scene change. Let me just make for sure. Yes, it will be a new scene. So go ahead and refresh your hands too.
So I don't have any bad cards. The card that I just drew was a flurry. And I'm not sure I want to drop a glory.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if anyone else has it, but it's always good to hold on to.
I've gained a reconnect card, which I'm never. It's incredibly unlikely that Jawbreaker will need it, given the stuff he's doing. But before I drop it, if anybody else does want it. Nope. Okay.
I mean, I'm from here, so I don't think
Yeah.
it'd be much of an issue.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. All good? Nothing else you want to do before we move on to the next scene? Okay.
Just be sure you guys remove your
So
shot.
you guys continue on. Oh, yeah, yes, please. Yeah.
So is that remove shock?
Because I know somebody took quite a bit of shock, it seemed like. So, Yeah, correct. Yeah, all your shock is recovered.
Nobody.
All right. So you guys continue on through the Gospug fields, making your way to your objective. And so moving through, you do come across, more or a sign of it. Looks like somebody got in a fight here. You see other Gospug laying on the ground that are dead. Looks like bullet wounds. Through them, you assume that this is whatever mercenaries that Thrachin was talking about did this. So you, in the distance, you see the top of the silo, and you kind of quicken up your pace, pick up your pace a little bit. And as you come like into a clearing that's around the silo, you see in the distance, you see the entrance to the silo, but not exactly what you guys were thinking. Some of you maybe were thinking of something that would rise like a tower into the sky. This one is actually an underground one. It's got a massive metal hatch, circular in shape, of course, and marks the exact location on your interactive map, TI 100 or 400, excuse me. And the metal doors have been looks like pried aside, revealing there's a dark, deep shaft that goes down, descending into the earth. But the most obvious thing is that there are 3 figures standing in front of it. 2 look to be, of similar design to your race friend that's been heavily modified with occult tech. And then there is a techno demon as well, holding something in its hand, its massive hand, although this one is not as big as standard techno demons, it's a little smaller, that's glowing. The Tharkold who looks over at you and says, "You're too late. Thrachin can't be saved. This will stop him and destroy your world too." And he's
Nope.
holding it over the open silo.
Time for confusion.
Okay, well, let's
You
go
need
ahead.
a little bit of confusion right now.
All right. So with that, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump back into combat then.
Okay.
So what we're going to, depends on kind of what happens.
I hoped I could get it through before we get into combat.
Well, when you do that, they react. That's the only thing. I got you. I mean, good attempt. And normally I would have allowed that, but just ready to go. All right, let me get you guys the correct threat cards out.
Could you show them to us for a moment? Was it with Z? With the Z key?
I'm sorry?
Could you show them to us? You use the Z key for that.
Show you. I'm sorry.
The cards.
If you click on the card, if it's an image and hit Z or Z.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. You want to see him a little bit closer? I gotcha. That's the techno demon, and then.
Sorry, Shift Z.
Shift Z. Yeah.
The called tech heavy hitter. But he's the Coltech heavy hitter. I mean, it's much more cybernetics than, that's actually straw. But all right. Okay. And we still have the Tharkold attack card in play. All that stuff. Let me check one more thing here. Make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. So this is a dramatic scene as well. So a couple things are going to happen here too, and why it's a dramatic scene is that. So he's actually, you guys will, as you'll discover, well, I'll explain that as it happens, then we'll start that piece. So this is a dramatic scene.
That's appropriate.
Oh.
Yep. Area spells that normally only affect friends or foes now affect both equally, including the caster. Okay. All right, so you guys will go first. Prove that action is maneuver.
Does my confusion work, or do I have to roll it again?
No. I'm fine with you sticking with that roll. That's okay. So yeah, confusion. So it's against their willpower or spirit, correct?
It's against
I think
willpower.
It's will
Will
mind.
mind,
If it says
yep.
Well,
psionic
Will
mind.
mind.
It could be
ability.
will or mind. Yeah, pardon me. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's a good on both. No, it's a good on the Techno Demon. It is a outstanding on the Cultec Heavy Hitters.
So the heavy hitters are vulnerable and -2, and the Tharkold is only -2.
Okay.
For 3 rounds.
Okay. Down.
And the
Okay,
charm of it
all
is I don't have to concentrate if I read it correctly.
Yeah, if it doesn't have a duration concentration,
Yeah.
you're good. And I'm pretty sure that one is from what I remember of it. Okay, so yeah, Roman does his thing where they're just they kind of seem puzzled for a moment there. Who would like to go next?
I
We'll slap
I'm
a
gonna assume that
diminish.
the armor that they have
on-
is probably full body.
The Techno Demon, yes, and both of them, yes.
Also, don't forget, guys, that if you've added your mods for the last encounter, not on there now. For the
Good call.
bless and the fences.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will actually start by doing a bless now. Bless to Dex again. A 10. Yeah, we'll have a +1. It's not a +2, but I'm not sure I want to spend possibilities on it because I don't have many left.
Every little bit helps. Okay.
I'm glad I can remind you.
So were they vulnerable? I missed that.
No.
That's a
The Techno
confusion.
Demon's, the Technos Demon is vulnerable. Or no.
Yeah,
the Heavy Hitters are vulnerable. Excuse me. The Techno Demon is not.
Well,
I think-
Go ahead.
Will a 12 hit the willpower or spirit of the Techno Demon?
Yes, it will. It'll be a standard success.
All right. So I will decrease his dexterity by 2 for 3 rounds.
Okay. Does not like that. All right. Well done, Ren. Okay.
You
who's
decreased
next?
his Dex, you said?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that'll make
Diminish
it
Dex.
easier for us to hit him.
Absolutely.
Just very good.
It's stackable. Works with everything.
All right,
Hamburger.
So I will swap out. I will bring out the pulverizer and aim it at the demon. Straight up attack. Any mods on him? He said he's not vulnerable, is he? He's just got.
Yeah, he's a little bit easier. His dodge is actually 10, not 12 right now, though.
Okay, well that's a 14
Okay, so that's a
to his
hit.
dodge. So it's just going to standard hit. Take it.
Mhm.
You know
Yep.
what? He's a demon. I will spend it. All right, so that's a 20.
Okay, yeah, so that's definitely a bonus. Actually, no, it's outstanding because his dodge is a 10 right now.
Okay. So 2BD for this. Better roll.
Okay, 10
Alright,
over.
well,
is
it's
2 wounds
10
and
over.
a
Pretty
full
good.
Shock. Yeah, 2 wounds
Yeah,
and
and
actually, I think painful's a +1 shock, so it's 2 wounds and 5 shock. All right, so he is going to spend a possibility. Soak. All right, so he does reduce it to just 1 wound, but he does take a wound.
Is he?
Ah! He cries out.
No, can't do.
And as that happens, you see the stone starts to slip from his hands.
Does he do it with a -2 penalty? Okay, it's
Yeah,
already it's already figured in. Yep. Now I see it.
All right, who's next?
I think Jawbreaker will. I've been hanging back because I know we've got a lot of range competence, so I don't want to get in the way. So what I'm going to do instead is the Techno Demon flanked by the two heavies, or is he off to one side? He is flanked.
Yeah, they're flanking him. Yep.
Okay, fine, cool. But he's holding out with the stone, which is the actual thing we want. So Jawbreaker will. Oh, we've lost you, John.
Sorry. Yeah, I keep forgetting. I turned I've got a little switch I can mute myself with, but he's like standing over the doors, holding out. He's kind of looking at you halfway. He just took some hits from. Can't remember who shot him with what.
Well, there's the big shaft leading down. Okay, so Jawbreaker will run into one side, and he's gonna maneuver against one of the heavies, one of the heavy hitters.
Okay,
But he's also kind of setting himself up to grab the stone if he needs to change action to do that. If anybody's got a martyr card, that would be cool. Right, maneuver.
Oh no!
Deary me.
Yeah,
I'm happy to on a 1 because that's a mishap. I'm happy to basically have run in too eagerly and actually either be teetering off the edge or have actually fallen and be holding on, whichever kind of makes more sense.
And for some reason,
with a mishap, yeah. So you fall in, but you grab on. There's actually a ladder there. When you run up, and this Cultec heavy hitter is a little more agile than he looks. He kind of sidesteps and hits you in the back. You fall, but you do grab on one of the ladder rungs that's right there.
Okay, cool.
And so you are down in there.
I feel it also appropriate that one of my spears clatters down the shaft, leaving me with only the one weapon.
All right, so noted. Okay, and who's next? See,
I am going to try to taunt the two people next to the demon.
Okay.
And I don't.
Ones continue. All right, you get tongue tied really badly on a mishap.
I'm like, oh yeah, your mom was part of the Communist Party. Wait,
yeah, you just can't quite get it out there. What's God? I'm trying to think of an appropriate kind of mishap. Let's say on your next spell you cast, you'll have a little bit more difficulty doing that. We'll figure that out when you do it though. So, okay.
Was that a spell? Because
when you but you got
a spell that
miss.
Yeah, but
if that's a spell that
if that's a spell that mishapped, we've got the Tharkold do attack card.
Yeah, no, that was a taunt attempt. Is that what he did?
Oh, it's taunt. Okay, confused.
So. Okay. I think Sister. Well, no, you already went, didn't you? You cast Bless. So if you want.
I did. I blessed everyone's decks by 1.
Okay.
Did you play your card?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
did not. Let me do that.
All right. So the villains go. So at the beginning of the round, the Techno Demon drops the stone that begins shining rather brightly into the pit. And so what's going to happen now is we're going to roll into a dramatics or what's it called?
Dramatic skill.
Dramatic skill resolution, yes, as well. So basically, so you guys have to shut up, deal with these guys while shutting off the stones. So. Okay, as that stone is dropped, it just this light starts shedding from it. It's starting to fall slow motion, into the pit, if you will, dramatically, like all that. So, okay. And the
every psionic should have telekinesis. Everyone.
And then the Techno Demon.
Jawbreaker was right there.
No, Jawbreaker is
Jawbreaker.
right there. No, absolutely.
I do have a plan.
You just gotta reach out.
Falls.
Yeah,
reach out and grab it.
Turn,
I have a plan.
potentially do something. So,
I have a cunning plan.
All right, so the Techno Demon turns, and it was RI 400 that actually hit it. So he kind of waves one of his hands, and these chains shoot out at you, RI 400.
Joy. Negative.
I'm still there. I have to move out of picture for a moment.
Does a 10 hit you RI 400? Your dodge?
It does not.
Okay, so
Yes,
the change
yes.
they kind of just break them. They do kind of, let's say, hit you, but dramatically you break through them, no problem. The demon just at you in frustration. The two Cultec heavy hitters, thinking that Jawbreaker is dealt with, they target you guys. They kind of move up a little bit and away from the Techno Demon. First one go. Okay, so, well, you know what? They know that this is important. So the first one pulls out an RPG and shoots it at, let's see. Actually, I'm going to randomly roll this one because this is a really devastating attack. See who it's going to hit. Determine.
After they shoot it, let's take this RPG home with us, and then we won't have to ask for one next time.
Okay, so Uncle Ben, who are you playing?
Oh, I'm Ren.
Okay, so Ren, yeah, targets you. So let's see. Cross your fingers. Does a 6 hit your dodge? I don't think it does.
No, it does
Okay,
not.
So so the rocket flies wide and boom, blows up. You know, bunches of Gospug stocks are destroyed by this massive blast. Okay, the other one's actually going to use his Alpha Pulverizer. It is going to shoot at. So you're actually, yeah, Roman's done quite a bit to mess with people, so it's going to take a shot at you, Roman.
Yep. Shoot the psionic first. That's okay.
Yeah, 7. I don't think that hits your dodge.
Nope.
Okay, yep. So yeah, you're able to move out of the way. You still just, confused from the effects of your spell. All right, and that's them. So we're going to go into the first round of the dramatic skill resolution, and you're still in combat.
That's a great one for that. Should I use my Swiss initiative for that?
Ooh,
Do you
man,
think?
that sucks. If you want to, sure.
It only gives us a -4, right? The critical problem would reset.
Yeah.
It'll give us an A, but it'll give us an A at -4.
Exactly.
Your mic's up again there, Michael John.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No.
What do you think, guys? Should I take this initiative and avoid the -4 and probable?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Then
Because I also have a season initiative, so we really can't.
could I
regret
have a look at the last card, please, for a moment before I decide what I want?
Sure.
ABD.
So
AB, and we are first.
I think if you play season initiative after the card's been played, it just goes to the next card.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to take it.
Okay, that's new.
it's got to be better than a critical problem.
Never played it that way. Okay, then I have to take another one.
So you are going to play the season initiative?
Yeah, I play this initiative, but I have to take another card.
We get the next card.
New drama card. Yeah. Okay, just want to make sure you're actually playing it. Whoa.
Yeah, just give us the one that says up on it for
Alright.
heroes.
Hey, all
no,
characters
you
not immune
said-
to radiation must make a DN 8 strength test or something.
This card is also pretty bad
Yeah,
Hey ho.
because we have no A.
So, well, that includes. Yeah,
We're
that
in a
includes the bad
nuclear
guys.
missile
going to-
silo. It's
I'm going to-
appropriate.
I'm gonna seize initiative that one. Give us one more.
Okay.
It can't be bad.
All right.
One more.
All
Do
right.
this. Here comes the up.
Let them have it.
Hey.
Flurry.
A, B,
Not
and
enough,
C,
but a
and
flurry.
the
Flurry is
flurry.
nice.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good
What
one.
are the steps of the DSR?
Heavy.
I have
Okay,
to step
so,
away one moment.
Okay. All right. So the steps are: the first one is examine the glowing angel stone, and you're going to try to use magic of some sort, or even faith, divination scholar, or faith, DN12, to kind of analyze the energies coming from it. And then you guys actually got all the way to C, right? Yeah. Okay. So, and then B is you want to attune the arcane symbols that are inscribed on it correctly to basically shut it down, which would be either faith or reality, DN14. And then C is you want to disrupt the flow of this energy so it stops or releasing this thing that's imprisoned in it with faith, reality, or apportation, excuse me, DN14.
If you guys don't mind, I can try to go down and go for A, B, and C while you guys try to deal with the things up here.
Do you need your skill favored?
I would appreciate it.
Tell me what skill you need
Faith.
favored, and I'll try to favor it.
Faith, because I can use faith for all of those steps.
So I'll give you a deja vu on face. I hope so.
I was really happy when you decided to go with the.
It's easy. So it's a good success. 3 rounds, and you get and you have favored face.
Okay. In which case, I will try to get to the bottom. Am I going to take the -2 for the running penalty to try to get there?
Well, you've got a flurry, so I mean, if you want to do that, you could. So you want to use that? Okay. Yeah, you would, but you could do it all at once if you've got enough. You're not ridiculously far away, so yeah.
Okay. In which case, I will do that and go for A. So I'll be at the -2.
Well, okay. So the problem you also run into, which makes the situation more complicated, and that's why you have 6 turns to do this instead of the standard 5, is because the stone is being dropped in the bottom of the silo. So right now it's falling. What you guys could do, Jawbreaker, you're right there. It'll allow you to try to grab it if you like, and then if he is successful, then the sister can go. But if he fails, then you got to figure out how to descend real fast.
Sure.
So.
Okay.
I can.
I have a backup plan for that. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that because that's kind of a dex-based thing, and I'm okay at that.
Mm-hmm.
Descension is very easy when you're only trying to go down.
Yeah. About to say.
Okay. So I guess really first step is I try and grab the stone. I kind of swing out.
Go and make a dexterity. It'll be a standard difficulty 10. Just
okay.
Decent sized.
Okay. So let's see what happens. Okay.
Nice.
That's a good
success. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is one of those this may change things type situation. So I've grabbed the stone. Yeah. With that
and
roll,
I feel the yeah. Oh, absolutely. And you can feel the power just surging through it. It's a very unusual feeling.
Okay. I have a reality surge card, which means that the stone would be subject to my axioms, which is a magic axiom of 1. It may have some effect.
You know, I will. If you play that reality surge, I'll let you accomplish A by doing that automatically. That makes perfect sense. So
disrupts it. Cool.
Yes,
okay.
Perfect. So you guys have completed step A. Okay. And then, so with that good success, I'll allow you, if you want to pitch that stone, it will be just either you can throw it out of the pit. Well, yeah, I'll let you do that if you want to for free. Just grab it and you throw it out. Or you can hold on to it. It's up to you.
I think that the surge of reality, which is massively anathema to him, and it's obviously a very powerful thing, he can't keep hold of it for any length of time, and we'll throw it out.
Okay. With that good success, I mean, it just kind of, with the reality surge, all that stuff too, and maybe there's, faith on your side or something. The stone lands not that far away from you, sister.
Now that he's in history, enwrapped in his reality, is Lanala with him?
Well, it's left my reality. It's just done enough to break that first step on it.
No, I mean
it's too powerful for him to keep holding it.
Is Lanala with you right now?
Yes, absolutely. But Lanala is always with me.
So,
in which case, I will go for
good.
B and C. right? Yeah, because we have ABC. So it's a
Mhm.
faith and a
Yep,
minus
yep.
2, but I'm favored in it. Do I want to be favored in that? Yeah, I will be favored in that.
Okay.
All right, that was
Nice.
much better.
16 pulls
Good
off,
choice.
so you're able to you attune the runes, to where you need them to be, and go ahead with your next roll. This one is DN14 as well. Faith, reality, or apportation.
I was going for both of them. That's why I had the minus 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it's both.
Yeah. I'm
It's-
sorry.
yeah, I
That
was
did
like,
it.
it's
Yeah,
both
that did it for both.
faith.
My bad. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, and then so you quickly do it. You do that, and then you disrupt the flow. The glow starts to subside somewhat. All right, but there's still one step left. But dang,
John?
good job, guys.
John, if
Yeah.
you're okay with that, I give away one possibility because I made a mistake on my deja vu. I haven't tried that one before. Now, after I read it, I see I can only, with a good success, I can only give it to myself.
Okay.
But with
Well.
a possibility, I will have certainly will have outstanding success, and so I can give it to someone else.
That's fine. I appreciate your honesty. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, who's next?
So we've gotten through A, B, and C. Is that correct?
Yeah, so now it's just taking care of the.
Really fast. Yeah.
And what was the D step?
D step is going to be refocus the flow of energy to destroy the stone, either by slamming it into something and destroying it. If the portal was open, that was another thing. Apportation, faith, or reality, DN12.
But we don't have a D right now.
We can do the what is it?
Well,
Critical
last
ditch effort.
Mhm.
The only problem with the last ditch effort right now is that we have, I think, 4 more rounds to get a D, and if we
Right.
mess up on the last ditch, we restart.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I was
have
just,
a
Actually,
second
this was a little
chance, so
longer.
we could go for it, but I think we have some time.
Yeah, we've been killing it. Let's shoot some techno demons.
Yeah, for good
Yeah.
measures.
Okay. All right. Who's up then? Remember, you guys are gonna fight.
You just do a
I'll-
ward enemy.
Okay. Ward enemy.
That could help us against the techno demon.
Yeah,
So it
absolutely.
gives
That's
us
a
about,
good success too, isn't it? Oh wait, that was your 8.
Yeah.
You just gonna leave it there, Lehman, or are you gonna?
No, I'll leave it. I'm not doing well. But I'll put a card
I
in.
will
are the henchmen still vulnerable?
It lasts till their next. Yes, they are
But
right now.
I-
Once they go, they won't be vulnerable anymore because it
I-
lasts like turn.
I could help you with ward enemy. I could support you.
Would give us all, I believe, a +1 to our defenses against the Tharkold Delphi.
I think that could be helpful. For a +3 card, it's a good. It's a good good bang for the money.
Okay.
Yep.
So she's able to Serenity protect all of you somewhat from the Tharkoldu. So keep that in mind. Okay. All right. Who's next?
I'm gonna drop a stun on the henchman. Will a 19 hit him? Willpower or spirit?
Yeah, that's with an outstanding success.
All right. So anyone within the radius of the large blast loses their next turn.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, they moved up quite a bit, but that's still a large blast. Is pretty large. Yeah, it hit the Techno Demon too, which that's not quite an outstanding for him. That'd be a good. So how would he be affected?
So for him, he is just very stymied and cannot physically move.
Okay. Nicely done. All right. Okay, so the enemies are further phased. Who's next?
I'll go ahead and take another shot at the demon.
Okay.
Brace myself. Pull up my pulverizer, and let's see. I don't think I have any bit. He's not vulnerable in any way, is he?
Not any longer, no.
Okay.
Well, he does have the -2 on his stuff,
-2.
not defenses. Yeah.
I'll just go. Oh, that's not working.
Nice.
So I'm going to play the romance for a possibility and use that possibility.
Okay.
There we go. 14.
Nice.
That's going to be...
just a standard success.
All right. Well, that's not going to do much, but I'll go ahead and put it out there anyway.
So 17, that's actually a little bit of shock. So that's right at his toughness. So he takes 2 points of shock, which every little bit helps. Okay. And who's next?
We are in a flurry round. I didn't realize that.
I
No, we are.
don't know if everybody's gone yet for the first one.
Yeah, exactly. Has there anybody hadn't gone the first round yet?
I think
Or maybe
everyone
everybody
has, because Jawbreaker threw the thing to me. I did the thing. Serenity, Hardened Enemy.
Okay, so yeah, so because you guys played.
So now it's the flurry.
Okay. So we'll give you. I will try to give you another defense with awareness. All of us. Not with that roll. Yes, it's enough for +1 to all
All your defenses?
defenses.
Take it.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work.
All good.
Okay, well done again, Roman. Buffing everybody. Who's next?
I will shoot at the
close?
Techno Demon.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim. He's not large, is he? He's just
Yeah, he's
Same size as us?
a sub. Yeah, so yeah, he's a little bit bigger than you guys, but
Okay, so I'll aim and shoot him in the head, which will give me that +0. That's not a very good roll. I will play my drama card.
okay.
Last roll was a 3. That's
13 does hit. with
still
the
not
standard.
very good. I will spend a possibility.
Okay. All right, and that hits
So a
with
20 is-
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I'll
that's
give you a bonus
good.
die.
So that'll be this +1. 20.
Okay,
Awesome.
so that's 3 over. Still just 2 shock, but that's good. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, I've not been rolling super high damage. I've been
You're
rolling
good.
a lot of 1s. But I'm all done.
Okay. All right. Who is next?
He'll pass out soon, I hope.
How?
So I'm
How
gonna just
close
try
is
to
the-
do a bullet against one of the not the Techno Demon, but one of the other ones.
Cult Tech Heavy Hitters. Okay, sure.
Yes, and actually that was at a -2, so that's nothing because of the setback thingy I had from the mishap. But I'm clear of that now.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
so that would actually be
John,
a regular
how-
hit. Lehman, from what you're saying, if I'm understanding that right.
I'm just gonna keep that as a miss.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Okay. Sorry, Simon. Go ahead.
No worries. John, how close is one of the Cultec heavy hitters to the actual silo? Sorry, we lost you again.
Oh, sorry. They're probably let's see here, about 10 meters away from you.
Okay. All right. Okay. In which case, I will clamber up out of the silo.
So you pull yourself
back
up out of there. All right.
Yeah. And if I recall correctly, one of them looks a bit more dazed than one of the others.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Grab the other rock shoot spear from his back and charge at that one. I will make an all-out attack.
Okay. You'll have a +2 because he's vulnerable.
Okay, so total +6.
Nice. Okay, that's an outstanding success.
And spend 3 shock for Relentless as well.
Okay. Jeez, 32 damage. Is that all, huh? Okay. So that is 14 over. Let's see here. Yeah, so that's 2 wounds and 4 shock. Miraculously, he's still standing.
Spend that hero card. Oh no, can't mind. It's on that dice anyway. Never mind. I wish I had a coup de grace, but there you go.
Do you want to? Do you want a coup de grace? I can trade you a coup de grace.
Yes. Have a hero card.
So okay.
Superb. 1 bonus die. Thank you very much. Into the last effect, 32. 35.
5, so that's 35, so that's 17 over. I think that does it. Yeah, 3 wounds, 6 shocks. So yeah, you come up and just, as you're doing that, Serenity does something like, a quick flip of her hand, like some kind of spark of magic, and it draws just the Cult Tech heavy hitter's attention for just a brief moment, and you take advantage of that and hit it right between the ribs where it goes through its cybernetic plating and just, and your spear comes out its chest, and it, grabs on it traumatically and then just slumps down dead. All right, well done, gentlemen. Those guys are not fun. Okay. All right, who's next with I know you guys are on your flurry round now. Was that everyone?
I am going to intimidate the remaining heavy hitter.
Okay.
By pointing out by rationally pointing out how poorly it's going for his side of things.
Okay.
Obviously, Adinos are much tougher than Tharkold.
I do get it, but
Let me do that. Let me allow it to be favored.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Let's roll it again. Oh, +2. It's even worse. Okay, so it's +2, so it would have been slightly better than that. So I'll make it I'll put a 5 on the roll. Just modified a +2 and then a 3 modifier. Original last roll 3. All right, so that's 5 over. That is a good success.
Mm-hmm.
I will make him very vulnerable.
Okay. All right. Very vulnerable is. He has a +4 to hit him. Okay. Who's next?
Because the 3 rounds are over in our next round, so he will lose the -2 I gave him from confusion.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so
Because we flurried, we put 2 cards into the pool.
Yeah.
Because you get 1 for the first round, and then you get 1 for the flurry, because they're technically both 2 full turns.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys finished with your second turn yet?
I have not gone for my second turn.
Okay. All right.
So, let's see. I will take aim once more against the demon, but as I do, it looks like electricity or whatever's for shooting up my mechanical arm, and I let out a weird sounding scream, I guess would be the best way to put it, as put that into effect. It's almost like a cross between a human man screaming at the top of his lungs and the old dial tone sound from a computer booting up.
All right.
The Occult Tech Blast or Oh, intimidate. Okay, not intimidate.
I'm taking a wound, so I can get the 3 possibility, and I'm on fire. I didn't add the pluses. It's going to come up. I have to add the pluses after. So you made him very vulnerable, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be a 15, which is going to be enough to do what I want to do.
Who are you shooting at?
The demon.
Okay.
I'm like, he's the biggest thing right now. I'll take him out before I start destroying one of my.
Oh, I didn't make the demon very vulnerable. I made the remaining
so then it doesn't matter.
heavy hitter.
Sorry, it
very
was the heavy
vulnerable.
hitter. So yeah, it would be 11. Yeah, still.
Yeah.
So that doesn't matter. Well, last roll. All right, so it's a 20 to hit the demon with the pulverizer.
Okay, that's a good success.
All right, so it's 21. It's going to be.
There's 4 over. So that is 2 shock the demon will take. Okay, he is looking a little wobbly, but he's still on
Now
his feet.
it is the pulverizer, so it's got
yeah,
pain
that's right. So an
attached to
additional
it.
1 shock. Yep, so it's 3 shock actually. Okay. All right. And I believe that's it for you guys for this round, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, great. That's
Heavy Hitter
the
doesn't get to go. Yeah, Cultec Heavy Hitter doesn't get to go this round because he is stunned thanks to can't remember who did that. And then the Techno Demon does get to go though. All right, he fires.
We can't physically move.
Yeah, he fires his Alf Sprayer with a long burst at RI 400. Just, screaming at you as it fires. Plus that. Yeah, and he rolls terrible roll. Jeez, and all those bonuses too. So 7 misses you, I'm assuming, RI 400?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so yep. So they demon curses the dice gods. Okay, all right, and new round finally. Okay. Death is listening.
We're still looking for D.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, no D there. Any hero who has suffered 1 or more wounds suffers another wound unless they pass a strength test, which I don't think anybody's been wounded yet. Villains go first and
I have
inspiration. Oh, you have? Ooh, so go and make these strength tests.
I wounded myself.
Okay.
Okay, so you need a strength test.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 11.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you're good. It's just standard. So, okay. All right. Let's see here. So, inspiration. That actually, they need that right now, or the Techno Demon does.
Yeah, I was saying.
So the heavy hitter hadn't taken anything. Yep. Okay.
All
right. So, they go. So the Techno Demon heavy hitter, approved actions are defense and maneuver. He's actually going to come after Jawbreaker. And he comes at you he's swinging. He's got these slashers on his arm that are like penetrating his flesh. Trying to hit you with the Zan slasher.
I will active
and
defense.
He'll do an all-out attack.
I will active defense. Oh yes.
Okay. Ooh, jeez.
Wow.
Okay, a 31.
Oh wow!
And defend is approved.
I'm gonna spend a. That's.
Well, you want me to roll first the damage, and then you can decipher because you might.
Yeah.
You know, you might really screw up on the damage. I've seen crazier things happen. So.
Yeah, because it's gonna be hard not to get hit.
Dice. Yeah, 26.
Okay.
Do you want this opponent fails that
I
I
rolled
have in
the
my
wrong.
pool?
Hang on. I rolled the wrong one. Sorry, that was actually for the Techno Demon. Ignore that. 25, so pretty much the same.
It's 2 wounds and some shock.
Do you want my opponent fails?
Trade it for a drama.
Sure. That
Thank you.
seems
Very kind of you. Okay.
okay.
So at the absolute last minute, managed to turn aside from that. Chips flying from the armor as the Zan slashers very narrowly miss.
Does it count as a
Nice.
defend?
Okay. Yeah, because I'll allow it. Sure, I'll give you an extra card for that. So, and he's now, he's already very vulnerable, so he's even more very vulnerable. Okay, and then the Techno Demon, he's screaming, he's still at RI 400, and he does another long burst at him. Oh, rolls a 1, and as he starts to, his gun just jams up, and he screams in frustration. Okay, well, yeah, the dice gods have really cursed these guys. Okay, and
his laser gun jams.
Yeah, exactly. Something malfunctions in it, we'll say. All right, you guys can go.
I'm always gonna love saying that.
What does he get some +4 from?
Even though the D is not up there, I do want to use apportation for possibly getting a card, as it counts as an approved action. As I go over to that object and start kind of figuring out how to shut it down.
That'll succeed. I think this final one's only it's either a 14 or 12. 12, yeah, it's only a 12 for the final one. Okay, yeah. All right, so that's what Serenity does. Who's next?
I'll try to give them again the -2 because it's better if they are confused.
Okay. I think that's a wise decision. That's 16.
I got against willpower mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good on both of them. Good success.
Good on both, so both are -2
Okay.
for 3 rounds.
Okay. All right, so Roman confuses them again, sitting upon the battlefield. Who's next?
Ren will shoot the Techno Demon.
Okay.
In the hopes, knowing that it can probably... Nope, I missed.
Yeah, you shoot it. It's just your shot just dings off its cybernetic plating, and it just looks at. It's still frustrated and screaming at RI 400. Doesn't even seem like that distracted it. All right, who's next?
See, where am I at on this? Shock I should have. Okay, I'm gonna take 2 shock to reload. Fire at him again.
Okay, which one are you shooting at?
A Techno Demon. I'm locked onto him right now.
Gotcha, makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that's a hit. Standard success.
Yeah, that only gave him shock, so I'm gonna try to see if I can do a little bit better.
Okay.
I mean, I got possibilities with this wound I garnered. Might as well use them.
19 will give you a good success, yeah.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and add that one BD. And 22.
22, that's 5 over, which is just enough to wound him. So if you want to go ahead and describe how you killed this Techno Demon, RI 400.
All right, so I brace myself, and I've there's a spot on the side of the pulverizer that I scratch my hand with and bleed into it a little bit. Reload, aim dead center of the chest, and just let loose. Blast a hole right through his chest.
And he's still screaming in frustration. You do this, and he just almost has the shocked look on his face as the lasers, penetrate his flesh, and he actually begins burning and then collapses to the ground in a burning heap as you destroy your enemy. Okay, well done. Who is next?
You have been terminated.
Ain't a possibility. Do we have anybody left, or is that it for this round? Wait, Jawbreakers hadn't gone yet, has he?
I have not either. I'm trying to help someone out because they came really late to one of the games, and they're trying to get into one. So I'm trying to call people and be like, "Yeah, this you need to send an invite to this person." In any case, I will shoot at the heavy hitter, try to hit him in the face.
Okay.
I believe a 15 will hit him.
Yeah, it should be if you include the +4 from being very vulnerable.
I hope, 19 will hit him, which will be a good.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So 1BD. 23.
20.
That'll be a wound.
Gets 5 over, and that will be a wound, which he takes. So wound, and he gets some shock from that too. 1 wound, 2 shock.
Being that it's Tharkold and there is the law of domination and his boss has now fallen, Jawbreaker, you may be able to make this guy your new pet.
We'll see if let's hope for an intimidate in the next round, eh?
Yeah. Okay. I think that's to you, Jawbreaker.
No, I acted. I
Oh,
did
okay.
an
So
active
that was
defense.
it. Okay. All right. Okay. So new card. We are on round. This is round 3. Got 3 more rounds to complete this. Finally got a D, so that's good.
Yeah.
Hold fast.
So I want to do something crazy.
Okay, I like crazy.
So I have, the last time I was kind of sensing out the artifact, and I do not want this to, not just us to prevent it from leaving, but I want it to never be able to leave. So I channel my entire life force, and I
hang on
say,
a minute.
love.
Yeah, they actually go first. So let me get them out of the way.
Oh.
First, so it matters. Okay. Sorry.
Well, can
I stop doing what I
can
said.
I play a card? Can I play a card outside of my turn?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
So I look at everybody and I go like love, peace, happiness, martyr.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna okay, all right. So yeah, if you go ahead and describe what you were gonna do, how you stop this and destroy this artifact, and so it can never release.
Yeah, so like using my apportation magic and my faith in the world, and wanting to heal the world, and not allow this archangel to ever come out of this thing again. I like infuse my life force into it to like bolster the prison of it.
Okay, absolutely. When you do so, you actually crush the stone, but it's now a prison that will be unbreakable and unpenetratable, is because there's no physical object in this reality or any others to release this creature ever again. But in doing so, that drains your life force too, and
Yes.
Serenity gives herself to this ultimate goal in mind. So, all right. Well, the dramatic scroll resolution is done. Fortunately, rest in peace, Serenity. But very interesting exit there.
Tharkold is not made for hippies.
And the heavy hitter, sees this behind him.
I just wanted to before the Mario card was played, I wanted to do another thing, but now I'm doing it after the Mario card is played. Playing the connection card, and I believe this heavy hitter is a transformed warden from the Psychic Research Institute. I know him, and now he's got nowhere to go and no goal. Maybe he could help us.
Connection doesn't quite work like that because he's an opponent.
No, not normally. But I thought I'd give you some ideas. You can.
Well, let's just finish this one out. I'll let you hold on to connection, but yeah, we'll finish this one out. I'll have him go.
If you don't kill him, you can always say you deprogram him.
There's that. Well, no, that is. He's got quite a bit like RI-400, so that is absolutely possible. So, so he comes at Jawbreaker again, not realizing what's going on. He's actually kind of. Oh, well, let me see what the approved action. Yeah, it looks like he's almost gone a little bit frenzied, if you will. But he comes at you again, Jawbreaker, and he is going to continue to do all-out attack. 16 against your melee defense or unarmed defense. Excuse me.
Melee, because I've got the spear. But that is sufficient.
Okay. All right. So he
But
will
does he get a +4 modifier
Eight.
from?
18. He went all out attack. He 18
okay.
damage.
Okay, that's fine. So that's 3 over. That's 2 shock.
But you remember
Okay,
he is
At least it
confused.
scratches you a little bit. Oh,
Okay.
so that's a -2. Yep. So that'd actually be a 14 to hit you. Does that still hit?
It does. So I don't think it changes
still
anything.
result.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you for that, Frank. Sorry about that. Okay.
Oh,
All right, and you guys can go. There's
No
just this
problem.
one opponent left.
I will go straight back at him with an all-out attack if everyone's okay with that.
All right. Do it.
Okay. So
Have fun.
Wait, you know this guy? Spook.
That's the warden.
okay. So
We
that's a
had lots of them
19.
back in the days.
And that'll
It's
hit.
not.
It's just at 5 over.
Yeah, okay.
You got a
Well, I
14?
will spend a possibility.
Okay.
That's an outstanding. And yeah, because it's absolutely hilarious. I
Do you
will
want a
spend my
want a
last
hero?
3 shock. Sorry, hold on a sec. I will spend my last 3
Oh.
shock
Oh.
for 3 bonus die.
Okay.
I could also give you a hero to
It
try
doesn't do me any
to
good.
go for
Doesn't do
glory.
me-
Trying to go for glory. But we have no glory
Ah.
card. No, we have no glory cards in pools, so it doesn't.
Okay, so 26 damage.
Nice.
So
Nice.
26. So that's 8 over. Excuse me. All right, so it's 1 wound, 2 shock. Okay. So the good news is, well, there isn't really much good news. You wound him. He actually is not down yet.
Okay, well, it's been a tough fight for Jawbreaker. He slashes across the heavy hitter with his spear, but then he falls to the ground. He's out.
You want to trade that willpower?
Yep.
Okay, so the heavy hitter, he looks down at Jawbreaker. I mean, he's bleeding all over the place. Some of his cybernetics are sizzling, and he's kind of stumbling, but he's stalking slowly towards you guys thematically. Is everybody
And
left in the
Jawbreaker
trail?
rises up behind him, having just played. Thank you very much.
you
Restoring
go.
5 shock. Nice.
Nice.
Manic.
Okay, and he is unawares of you right now. Okay. We have anybody else left? Well, it was Jawbreaker went first, so everybody's left.
All right, so I will just drop the pulverizer to the ground and stalk towards this guy.
Okay.
And I'll use my unarmed strike
Slug
on
him.
him. Why not? Looks like it might be fun. There we go.
Okay, a 21. Yeah,
Nice.
that's a bonus die.
All right, so one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just enough for a little bit of shock. Did you want to? So you can. Oh, I forgot about this because so Tharkold possibilities can be spent, which I'll assume you guys have some to reroll bonus die damage. So if you'd like to reroll that bonus die, you can spend a possibility to do so.
I don't know if we have any. Well, yeah, I do because I played that card, but
Mhm.
nah.
Good with that? Okay, so we take.
But I will this out here, and then I will. Don't know if anybody else wants to worry about it. Now, granted, it's probably the last scenario. I'll play rally.
Yeah, this is the final scene.
So anybody who wants to get rid of cards out of their hand can, and then refill their hand back.
Cool. My hand is empty.
This was mine. That's why I did that.
I haven't done anything yet. So
Go ahead, sir.
I'm doing something I seldom do. I shoot.
Okay. Well, hey, it might be that lucky shot. He is
Yeah.
on his last leg. And it is not that lucky shot, unfortunately.
But I still have 2 possibilities left. I want this
Sure.
one to count. Last
Okay.
roll was a 4.
Oh.
Okay, that's not that good either. as I said, I want this one to count. I play the hero card. 14 was last roll. 21.
There you go.
That should be
With
enough.
yeah, I'll be with a bonus die.
Is that on target?
Oh, you mean it's in melee?
I mean, yeah, I walked over and punched him, so.
Yeah, but you're behind him.
The rolls, it's even, so
It
it's
will-
on target.
Yeah, it's an even
Yeah.
roll, not an odd. Yeah.
And you're behind him. One bonus die, you said, or two?
This is just one because his dodge is 12. You just
Whoa.
get two.
With a -2? Oh, of being
so-
confused?
Okay, so the -2 is to their defenses as well. I thought it was to their attacks.
I'm not that sure.
I think confusion is to every roll that they make.
Yeah, yeah.
Every
that's what I thought
roll.
too.
Defense is not a roll in that case. Yeah, okay.
It's,
So it's
basically
18.
a large curse.
Yeah.
18, so that's right at. So that will be 2 more shock. And miraculously, you knock him out with that shot. You shoot him and he stumbles and falls out. And I would let you play your connection card now, but this is the end of the session where you guys kind of reprogram or whatever, like somebody said. So, yes, you guys are able to seal away, with Serenity's sacrifice, the Tharkoldu Archangel before it emerges, which would have been very, very bad if it had.
Very.
Just threats.
If nobody else is saying anything to the funeral of Serenity, I have to say a word. Well, she wasn't made for Tharkold, but she made the best of it.
Is anyone really made for Tharkold? I mean, even the people here. I don't think anyone's really made for Tharkold.
Those who survive are made for Tharkold.
It's just how long can you survive in Tharkold? Some people do it longer than others.
That's pretty much it. Yep. Very
As I
accurate.
said, I think RI might
I'm
actually.
surprised.
Figured that either it going back into Thrachen's hands would be bad, and even if going into the Delphi Council, who knows where it might have ended up at. So
Yeah, well, pretty much, you guys, when this happens, you do destroy at the end because you're right. That thing just needs to be destroyed. Because this thing is, I don't know if Lehman, you looked through here at any point when we're
no,
working
actually,
on it.
I've never read this one.
Yeah, it is like it's got
This
so
thing
its
is
attributes
horrible.
are 18
Yeah.
charisma, 15 dex, 15 mind, 17 spirit, 19 strength. It's got like almost all 20 pluses in its skills. And then what's really bad is it does an attack, a burst attack that does 40 damage, and as a DN 16 to soak it. So
I
if it
read
got
this
through,
a couple of weeks ago because I was planning to run it for Torganized Play, and then you said that you would run it. I'm like, oh, cool. I can put the XP onto a character so that when I run it, I'm not, I'll be able to play it before, which is cool.
Is this a Delphi mission?
yes, it is. Yep.
Reading through it, I'm like, this thing is horrible.
Yeah,
If this
yeah,
thing
exactly.
Gets out, if this
Yeah.
thing gets out,
It's
it's
TPK,
let me
and
write
then-
another mod to see
Yeah.
how you guys deal with it, because this thing is.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I've just destroyed the entire campaign because
Yeah,
this thing
and
is
that's
that
pretty
bad.
much what it goes through. It actually sweeps across the world, reducing the tech in every axiom to 4.
It's a walking, talking atomic bomb.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah, it's
Actually
horrendous.
worse than the Living Land. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is
Like
literally.
stone
You, get to play
clubs.
with, you guys get sticks and stones, and that's it.
Yeah, that's why I said
is
everything
horrible.
below like a tech of a club. It would
Yeah.
eradicate.
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No,
Also,
I
think
had
it's
actually
everyone
never
in
read this
range
one.
of it surges, and you disconnect on a 1 to 6, or
Yeah,
a
you
huge
get a
number
-8
like that.
reconnection modifier too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
And then it
to
hits
fight.
you with that 40.
Well, obviously
and you die.
they would. Obviously, they
That's
would nuke
exciting.
it from long distance, and we would get Blasted Lands Part 2.
Yeah. So.
Can
But
you imagine
hi,
being
gang.
in the game where that went wrong? It's like, okay,
yeah,
guys.
exactly. If somebody failed. Well, that's why I'm glad you guys like.
Congratulations.
Okay,
You
there's
just
the
killed
stone. We gotta
everybody.
get to this and get this thing taken care of, because I was kind of like, well, if they make a mistake, it's just like being like, oh, well, it dropped down there. We're just gonna fight these things, then worry about it. But
But we
that worked out.
still have something to do. What shall we do with the Gusbok field?
That's a problem for
airstrike?
another adventure.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, and that would be another adventure. But yeah, you guys can deal with that
yeah, we
too.
need- Destroy it.
But wrapping up, Thrachin does reward you guys if you decide to go meet him again. we'll say
We got a grenade launcher out of that.
yeah.
Somebody had a
There is-
grenade
there is-
launcher.
There is an RPG there still that's loaded. The one heavy hitter didn't get a chance to use his. So
Actually, there's 2 RPGs. You just need to pay for ammo for one of
Yep.
them.
one needs
And
another
ammo's
reload. Yeah, one
actually
does.
kind of
One's loaded,
expensive.
one's not.
Well, I mean, there's a second pulverizer that can be turned into the council now. I'm hanging on to the one I borrowed.
True too. So, all right, gentlemen.
Wanna-
Well, you guys did skip the first fight, which would have probably taken about 30 minutes. So I did time this right, which is
Yep.
great because you did have the option to skip that, just like Jawbreaker, intimidated the guys to do that. So good. Well, great playing with you all. I hope you enjoyed
Very
that.
much.
I really enjoyed running that. That was a lot of fun.
Great.
So,
Yep.
Thank you very
Enjoyed
much.
playing it.
Really,
Thank
really
you
good.
for having us.
That was
all
fun.
right, gentlemen. Yep.
So
Well,
great.
I will
Thank you
catch
very much.
all up with you.
Okay. See you all online. Cheers.
Yeah, thank you.
guys.
See you.
Bye, everyone.